like that little zoom in that I did at the end there. That's really I like that. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Chat, we're good. How's our audio? Are we good? Got to make sure. We kind of took off for a while, so we want to make sure everything's. Well, remember, when PC updates, blah blah blah, or like starting to get weird, or settings get weird. I
No,
mean,
mic check. Check.
I hear you. Yeah, sounds good. Sound
Sound
keeps
keeps
going
going
off.
off. What about now?
Hello, 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 hello.
Mic check. Working out the
Are
kinks,
we
man.
are we both going out, or just Logic, or me, or a combo? Gotta
That's
love
better.
technology.
All right, I think we're in the because I did. Man, good old OBS. Good old
OBS, man. For
man.
those who are familiar with OBS in this chat, you should
Yeah, no. This
OBS
is
did it for
listen.
today. So
This is what happens when
yeah.
you take a break, right? You gotta work the kinks out. You gotta knock you know what I mean?
We got to stretch before we run, right, or walk, whatever it is. Stretch before we jog.
I need to tune up fucking OBS before. You know what I'm saying? Jeez, what's going on,
All right,
man?
chat. I need to ask before we get into our little thing. How was the intro? Did you guys enjoy the intro? It's something I put together, just to see
Yeah,
what's up. But
specifically that guy P Money. Did you like the new gameplay intro?
specifically that guy P Money, did you like? Hey, shout out to Money for like jumping in and jumping out. Like,
Yeah,
that was
man, we
pretty cool.
appreciate that.
Like,
Scared the
making sure
shit out of me.
we're on time and shit. Like
Yeah.
making sure we're right. Get
You,
like yo, get this shit going. All right,
you
cool,
asked me,
good,
you were
good
like, "Yo, who's
tempo.
in the pod?" I didn't even hear because I have Discord muted because of the look. See, look, where the hell is my cameo?
Where's my cameo? Oh, you know what, Money? I got that clip. It'll be refreshed. Trust me, I got the clip. I'll put some clips with you in there. It won't be fun for you, but it'll be laugh out loud for me. But I got some clips. Money, send me some clips too, so we can get these intros like that. So
Thank you, BMG. We appreciate that, brother.
intro got me hyped, dude. I appreciate that,
That's
man.
all. That's all. That's all.
Timber
My
saying
guy. That's all kills right there, man. That's
Timber
that nice
saying he misses
editing.
us. I missed you guys. I need some good vibes
We missed
podcast.
you too, man.
We missed you too. That's how we do when we stay in contact with Twitter and Discord.
Yeah, it's not like we
But
were, you
yeah,
know what I
man.
mean? Like we were around, we were gaming. I was just man, just they fucked me on the schedule.
I mean,
I'll just being
life
honest.
happens.
Like
You know
I
what I mean? Like, well, life happens. You with the schedule,
kind of
and
got
then me
fucked on the schedule, man.
with no schedule. I don't have a schedule, but I gamed. I gamed. I
Yeah,
did a
man.
lot of that. I said, "Fuck it, I'll take the opportunity and just game." But let's talk about you first. What's up? Tell me how your
Bro,
2 weeks went, man.
I mean, it wasn't a high. I'd just been working, but not like work, but working, so it's cool and stuff like that, and making money, so I could buy all of these great video games. I think I decided, didn't the new Tears gameplay trailer drop? Tears of the Kingdom while we were away on
Oh my
hiatus. Yeah,
God, did
so
it?
like I think I was like saying to myself, like after I watched it, I was like, all right, so I guess I gotta buy like a Nintendo Switch now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to be that
I guess I
person,
gotta dust mine though. I gotta dust mine off, even though it's my
but
wise. But
so and I'm starting there just because, like, yeah, man, like I mean, I'm sure I could wait, and there's so many other games coming out. Like, do I need a Switch right away? Like in May? No, but if I get one with Zelda, I'm playing the shit out of it. I really am. And that's even with all the games. Like
I mean, that was
that would
beautiful
definitely be added,
gameplay
dude.
for a quote unquote, well, it's not quote unquote, but for a dated machine.
Yeah,
Did you see my biggest takeaway from that is when they showed him go from Skyland or whatever you want to call that world up top,
yeah,
and he dove like he got hit off when he
yeah,
was fighting one of the enemies. I hit him with a stone spear or something, knocked or a club, knocked them off,
yeah.
and I'm like, oh, he's dying. Nope, he literally flew right into the world underneath
Right.
with
And it seemed
seamless,
like it was so
like
seamless. Like,
blended
right,
in. Oh
exactly.
yeah,
It's just one whole thing.
man.
So I'm just really excited for it. So I'll see. So I might, depending on, because like I said, work's been good, taking care of bills, things like that. But I might have to be like, hey, OLED, here I come.
I just okay. If you're going OLED, I was like, I just might have a deal for you if you want to go to the old system. I got
Oh,
one.
you trying to well, we'll talk after the pod because
Yeah, we'll talk at the pop.
we'll do background politics after. You know what I mean? We'll do that. Those backroom, shenanigans. But yeah, man. So there was that. Obviously they got me working on the Sundays. So and we could have did it other days, like guys. So we could have got the pod in more than likely throughout the
I
week and
mean, we
stuff like
could
that.
have, but yeah,
And it wasn't like a thing like where we didn't want to. I know. I mean, I definitely wanted to pod for sure.
I think we
Obviously I
always
miss
do
podding.
want a pod, especially after
Yeah.
we take a break. We always want a pod. It's like, oh, I can't wait to get back.
100%. And then
Yeah.
in the same token, it does feel good like having that like little time away. It feels
Yes.
refreshed, but we definitely want to make sure we have that consistency as well too.
Was
And
that was that was that saying? Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, honestly, like I said, it kind of just it is what it is. I'm hopefully going forward next week we're definitely having a pod, because I definitely I'm available on Sunday, so we're definitely doing a pod next week.
Mm.
Unless something crazy happens, but yeah, so we should be back to a normal schedule, and hopefully it stays that way. Because you're actively gaming kills, I'm actively gaming, and there's a lot of gaming news
It's
and
just
just
a
shit to
lot
talk
of
about.
gaming news. Mhm.
So yeah, and so today too, and just like a little prerequisite, we're gonna get into some stuff maybe that you might have heard other creators, content creators online talk about, whatever. But not too crazy. Obviously, we're not, you know what I mean, because we a lot of the takes, even while we were away, it's not like we weren't active on socials. You were active, I was active.
I'm always active on
And a
social.
lot of
Yeah.
the people that listen to us on the pod, they definitely follow us on Twitter and stuff like that. So
hmm
you could definitely see what we got going on. So we were definitely tweeting and stuff. But yeah, man, other than that, work was good. Gaming, MLB, holy shit, dude.
MLB.
MLB, getting more ranked games in. I
Any
think I'm.
updates on new cards?
Yeah,
Any new?
they just added a new charisma pack. So they changed it this year in MLB 23. Just to give a quick TLDR, they have these set cards. So, and I think I kind of went over this in a previous pod, but basically they don't want in seasons, because there's seasons, right? That's what they would consider like a quote unquote battle pass, but it's not a battle pass. It is a progression tier that you
It's a
go through.
progression.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a progression pass, maybe. But I
that
wouldn't
you
call it a
earn
pass.
XP. Yeah, progression pass. You don't
Yeah,
pay for it. It's just there, and
that's yeah, that
you
part.
play
Yeah.
the game. You earn XP. You unlock the rewards on the track. That's it. There's no extra. You don't pay extra for it, right? But
hmm
there's different seasons. This season's going to end in a couple of weeks, right? So season one will be done. Then there's season two, and then season three, right? And they have these seasons. Then they have cards that they're releasing for certain seasons. And you're going to be able to use those cards if they're going to be tied. They're going to be seasonal cards that you could only use, like in next season. You can use season one and two cards, but by season three, you can't use season one cards. If that makes
You
sense.
wait. You can't.
Yeah, you can't. You cannot. So there are going to be
Okay.
specific cards that are locked
Okay.
too, and then there's set cards. Set cards are like cards that like if you collect them like a book, like how like when you collect baseball cards or basketball cards or anything like that, you have like a collected set. So once you collect them, you can't sell them. They're yours. You quote unquote own them, right? So
Yeah.
there's a collection book where if you collect like 110 cards, you get or it was 75 cards or 90 cards for Jazz Chisholm, 99.
Yeah. The
Right.
guy. Yeah, on the
Yeah,
cover
so for
from
Jazz,
Miami.
99, boom, you got his charisma card. It was a really cool card. Trey Turner, his World
That dude
Baseball
is fast. By the way,
dude,
that
his
dude is
he's nuts. Yeah,
fast.
he's nuts on the base path, stealing crazy.
Well,
Trey
not just
Turner,
that, defensively, like
yeah,
going
yeah,
from
yeah,
left to right on center field, like how he covers that ground
yeah. No,
is
he's
something
crazy.
that's
He's
normally
crazy.
a hit. Yeah.
Yep. Trey Turner, his World Baseball Classic card, 99. He's a cracked card. You need to collect
Yes.
110 cards. So, and then if you want like the overall set ones, they have Chipper Jones, they have Babe Ruth, and then they have I think it's not Lou Gehrig. There's another card as well too. There's three cards, but you have to collect. There's 260 set cards to collect, but 60 of them are locked behind Team Affinity, which is all grinding, doing the Team Affinity stuff. I mean, the fucking grind in this game is unbelievable. And there are optimal ways to do it, but mostly it's just playing the game and playing the game with particular players to earn parallel XP to complete the missions to unlock to complete, the progress bar essentially to unlock those cards. So yeah, so it's a lot of that. My team's pretty good. I got a pretty decent ranked record right now. I'm right around like in the 500s, which is good. I'm over pennant, so I think World Series is 700 ranking.
Mm.
And then which is like one of the higher tiers, obviously the World Series rank, and you get really cool cards. I think I'm like 13 and like 4 on ranked games right now, or 13 and 5, I
Damn.
think, or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, no, so just
Insert
getting
Kevin
deep in
Hart
there.
meme. Damn.
Yeah, man. So, but dude, it's a lot of fun, taking a lot of my time. And then I got some Destiny in with my buddy Spencer and his cousin Trev. That was a lot of fun. Did some Grandmaster Nightfalls when they first dropped. Got a really nice roll on a hung jury. That's a throwback. for OG
Ah,
Destiny fans. Yeah, Hung
yeah,
Jury,
yeah,
they brought that
yeah.
back in a depth version, so got a really decent role there. And then I'm trying to get some Destiny raids in, and hopefully with this new schedule I got going on at work, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'll be able to schedule some time to actually do some Destiny raids as well too. And then yeah, so between that, you figure a little bit of League I got in as well too with Turp and
I
everybody.
was gonna say,
Yeah,
where's
man.
the honorable mention for League? I know
Yeah,
League was
no,
in there.
no, League's there, but it's like, but you know what's cool too? It was funny. So I played League this week, but I stepped away. Literally, I did not open up League like probably since the show came out, since MLB came out. So it was like a good month that I was not playing League. And then I got on yesterday, and not yesterday, like a couple of days ago this week, and I played in a game with the boys and stuff like that. And I was bot lane support. We just fucking smashed, and I was like, see, that's what happens. I just need to go away for a month, come back, and then I can feel good about myself, and we can just have like really good games. And that's pretty much what happened. We ended up playing like two really good games. So league and moderation is my motto
It's your motto.
for the foreseeable future right now. And then yeah, man, and then that's pretty much it. And then obviously all the gaming news and stuff that we've been paying attention to and looking to, and that we will try to
You,
get
you
to
you
and talk
got
about.
you gotta mention what Money just said. It's
What
true
he
though.
said.
Like the rage quitters that on MLB, like the ones that be rage quitting on you for like
Yeah, nah.
for
Some of them just it's a 9 inning rank. I just got to put it out there too. It's like it's a 9 inning rank game. It's like the same thing. Like when you queue up in a league game, like it could be 20 minutes or it could be 45, 50 minutes. Like you should be prepared to play the game. But also too, even if you don't do well in the game, right? Let's say you're getting like mercied, and if you get mercied, there's a 10 run rule too. Like if somebody hits 10 runs on you and
right,
you don't
right,
score
right.
any, like the game just ends, right?
Because at the end of the day, it ain't fun. If I'm the one getting
Yes.
slammed on by 10 runs or
Yeah.
more, it's not fun.
Exactly.
It's like, all right, can I
So
waive
they
something so I can just not get
Yes.
penalized? I
So
don't
they
want to
do have a
quit.
mercy. So they do have a mercy thing. They also have a friendly quit thing. There's a couple of different options too. But dude, sometimes you'll get into a game first inning, like you're the away team, so you're batting. You'll hit a home run, quit, done.
Wow.
And then sometimes too, it's like, or you'll be
No,
pitching,
that's
you'll
extreme.
strike out the side, whatever like that. They don't get any hits, right? So you are the home team. They don't get any hits. They quit. You end up now burning your pitcher stamina. You can't use that starting pitcher now. You got to go through like 2 or 3 games
No.
to get the stamina back for that pitcher after only pitching one fucking inning. And they burn you,
That's
dude.
not a good.
It's
That's not good.
yeah.
That's not.
So it's
You know what that is. I think it's some that's probably it's probably been always a thing to quit out games, but it's enhanced more with like a lot of this fear of, is he streaming this? I don't want to be embarrassed kind of thing. Maybe he's streaming. I don't want to be like and quit out. It's like maybe that enhances it a little bit. It was like after a strikeout, you're gonna quit. Striking outside, you're gonna quit, or after like a home run, like
yep.
it just that fast. You don't even let the game start. Like it hasn't even started. You haven't even got on the field yet. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird, man. To quit out that early in a game like that.
Yeah, but but that's just what it is. But that's fine, and they don't really penalize people too much. I mean, they do, but they don't. So it's still something that's it's
Insecurities.
been a problem for a while. But other than that, like I said, I definitely enjoy the game. For what it is and stuff like that, and it just continues to add content and stuff. They just added, like I said, a bunch of content the other day. And then they bumped up. They did their roster updates too. So like players that were like gold got bumped up to diamonds. There are a lot of players like so
Nice,
you play the
nice, nice,
whole
nice.
stub game and stuff, and you load up on a bunch of cards that you think are gonna like get upgraded. So then they end up
Mm-hmm,
being worth more in the marketplace. So you're literally like playing fucking Gordon Gecko,
mm-hmm.
like the original Wolf of Wall
Yeah,
Street. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So but yeah, man. So there's that, and that's it, man. And then obviously just looking forward to the pod. I
This
worked
week,
today.
next two
I had a
weeks.
4 hour shift today, man. But I was like, yo, three. I was like, thank God, man. Either way,
Those
we
are
were
the
getting this
best.
pod in today. But I was like, had
Those
a
are the best.
little 4 hour
4 hour
shift
shifts,
today, and I'm like, I'm
in
not
and out,
staying
boom,
later. Get
boom.
me the fuck out of here. I'm like,
Early
yo,
shift too, just in and out, boom, boom,
yep. I was
done.
like, boom, boom,
Before
in
you
and
blink,
out.
is done.
I gotta
Yeah.
get home. I got a pod to do, man. And I tell everybody at work too. I'm like, yo, I got a pod. I tell to the guys that I work with, they were like, yo, you got a pod? Wait, you got a gaming pod? I was like, yeah, yo, here's the channel. New subs.
Oh yeah, you hit me up. I'm like, oh shit, I did get some. All right, cool, cool,
Yeah,
cool, cool.
yeah. So I'm doing my thing even outside the the online sphere, man. In person, I'm
Nice.
telling people, yo, go sub to the channel, man. I'm going live soon.
I was yeah, when I started this channel and I was still working back like 3 years ago, I was doing the same thing in my trading classes. Like, hey guys, I'm not only a trainer, but I'm a YouTube content creator.
Yeah,
I'm trying to quit this fucking job so I don't
yep,
have to, wait for the man. I want to
yep,
work for my man, me, homemade
exactly.
man. They're like,
exactly.
yeah, we got you, and them motherfuckers didn't even
So
sell
money
that shit.
money asks, does MLB have the accelerated time that Madden does when you play online? So the thing
Yes,
about well, to a certain extent, it's not because
simulated kind of.
there's no
Yeah.
there's no pitch clock. They don't have the pitch clock like how they have like in the actual MLB now, but there's a hidden pitch clock where if you take too long to throw a pitch, it will literally just throw a pitch over the fucking plate. It'll throw a meatball.
Yes.
So like
Yes.
you can't just sit around as a pitcher and just like waste time. Like the game, will literally force you to throw a pitch and it will throw a meatball right down the
Mm-hmm.
middle, so you'll just get penalized for not actually pitching, fast enough and stuff like that and not taking too much time. But yeah. But yeah, man. So that
Yeah.
was pretty much my last couple of weeks and stuff. New. Oh, and I already like this is a little not gaming related, but like I said, switching over the schedule is a little bit of work because new position at work already. So I'm only at work for a month and a half,
Hey, did
and
they formally sit you down?
it's official,
Okay, they took
official.
that.
Yeah, it's already
I
official,
took
official. Like
that.
May 1st, we already in there like swimwear, like you know what I mean, like a little bit,
Yeah.
little bump in pay, a little bit, so it's like what I mean. So.
Yeah. Show the hustle.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
So it's good.
Nice.
So it's really cool stuff. So yeah, actually just good at work, the time that I'm working and just getting my gaming in when I can, and that's what it is. It's like I'm very selective now. I'm like I get home, there's certain games I want to play, things like that, and that's it. As of now.
Right. It's like okay, now my time is limited. I
Hmm.
got time for this and this only, and then I move on.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Well,
Yo, what about you? What you been up to?
I mean, we took off for Easter. Easter was great.
Yep.
We had our Easter dinner. It was awesome. Been watching the Yankees do their thing. The Knicks in the playoffs. I've been watching that. They won today. They up there on a series 2-1 against the Cavs. Rangers are in the playoffs. I
Rangers
think
are
they're
rocking too. Rangers are
2-1 now
rocking.
because the
Yep.
Devils won yesterday in
Yep.
overtime. Bastards. But even that was a struggle for the Devils. So I think the Rangers will take that series. But no, man, I've been gaming, watching sports, watching shows. Caught up on Mandalorian. Awesome season.
I gotta run through that.
Um,
I gotta do that.
oh yeah, it's an awesome season. Been playing games, video games. I've been playing a lot of DMZ, Call of Duty, with your brother.
Yes.
Funny because it was just on the screen a minute ago, but I like DMZ, man.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of it with your brother and the missions that we doing, how we run into the tier it's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 on the missions.
Yep.
We've been like tiering it up. Where some of them were tier 4, tier 3. We've been doing that. Reckless has been jumping in, trying to play with us, which is funny as how when Reckless jumps in, it's always funny to play with him, because it's like there was a moment in the DMZ where in DMZ the whole thing is what is it? What do you call it? PvP, PvE?
PvEVP.
Right. So it's AI
Yep.
plus real people in the
Yes.
world.
Yes.
It's in the battle royale map Al Mazrah.
Yep. Amazra. Yep.
Yeah, it's in that map, in that world, but you're fighting AI as well as real people in that.
Yes.
And then you go in with you select your missions. You go in to select your missions. And if you have teammates going in with you, you want to at least try to have the same missions going in. That way, you guys can do it together. Even it's a commune thing. So let's say we have a mission where it's like 10 kills, and we both have it equipped. We go in there. Those 10 kills count. Whoever gets it counts for both of us. It's communal, which is cool. So you want to make sure you in sync with that kind of stuff. But I digress. It's funny because with Reckless, we were playing with Reckless, and we're about to extract. It's only 3 extract points in the map, and you have a certain amount of time before the radiation spreads out throughout the map.
Yep.
Unlike Battle Royale, where the circle closed in, on this one the radiation goes out. So there's a centralized, random,
which goes around in different spots. It's like
right,
yeah.
it's random.
Yeah,
Every
it's
game
random.
is random,
Mhm.
and then from there, once the timer expires, it starts spreading out.
Yes.
You got 3 extraction points. You got to get to one of these extraction points either
Yes.
during the game while you're looting, doing your missions, or before that, radiation hits.
And then there's the final extraction too, which is like
and there's a final one that is a secret extraction that
Yes.
opens up after all 3 get swallowed up by the radiation.
Yes.
So that's where we're at. Good setup. So we're on the final extraction, trying to get out of here. And it's all 3 of us, me, your brother, and Reckless, and we get into the chopper. Enemy team comes to the car. I knock one guy out of the car that was on the top trying to shoot us. Knock him out. He's knocked. Then your brother ended up trying to get the other. Like I think he got knocked, but he self revived. He went to get the guy in the car that was still driving around that ran over Reckless, like ran them over. I'm like, what a bastard! Like we're trying to extract. And he ran Reckless over. Your brother took care of that guy. And I'm like, all right, the radiation's literally 3 seconds from our butt. Like literally clipping us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Reckless, Reckless is down. He's not like revivable. He's like completely down, so it takes a lot longer to bring him back.
It's like a
so
15 or 20 second res or something like that. It's like
yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, versus 5.
Yes.
And I'm like, Reckless, when I get you up, we need to jump in this chopper. It's right behind us. We need to get out of here. Radiation. We got you. I got you. Your brother jumps in the chopper. I get Reckless up. I jump in the chopper. And I'm like, yo, Reckless. Yo, where you at? He's looting.
What?
I'm trying to get my stuff. I'm like, bro, get in the chopper. We gotta go. It's the
Yo,
last one.
holding up the
And he's
line.
looting. Oh, hilarious, bro. Like, it's funny because Reckless makes me laugh when he does shit like that. But that was a funny moment. But DMZ, between like what I've been doing with your brother and that,
Yeah.
it's just fun, man. I've been when I jump on Call of Duty, like my first thought is DMZ. I'm hoping your brother's on so we can go play
That's
DMZ.
well, me.
That's
When
my thought of that
DMZ
right now.
when the game first came out, me and him, we grinded the fuck out of that initially.
Yes,
Like we were playing that. So
and this is before all the updates and all the
yeah,
shit they've added
before the
yeah.
new stuff that they got out. Absolutely. So no,
because now they added plates.
It's fun. It's definitely fun for sure. It's challenging the objectives.
They added
new plate carriers. They added with certain abilities that they have as well. That's
which is pretty cool. They
yes.
did, yeah. And it complements your play style depending on how you play. You have a stealth one, which hides you from the UAV. I personally like the comms one because the comms one, I want to say Aaron Pierce, the guy that's voicing, like, you know, the guy that's in the game. What's his name? The commander, the one from 24.
Yeah,
and every other great show that's been out.
I forget the actor's name. It's
I call him Aaron. I don't know why I say Aaron Pierce.
Because that's what he was in 24. No,
wasn't that his name in 24? So that's the only character. Yeah, that's the only character I know him for. But he's talking in your ear like when an actual enemy is in the area, like an operator, not an AI, like an operator. He'll tell you, operator squad in the area. Like he'll with the comms vest on, it tells you that, and I like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. It gives you an audio cue.
Yeah.
And it's high alert on steroids, pretty much. You know, high alert gives you the visual.
Yeah.
This gives you the audio. Like it's like, you know, enemy. It doesn't tell you where exactly or how far they are. It's just like, you know, but it'll tell you like beyond your P's and Q's, there's an operator in the area or a squad of operators in the area. It'll tell you like if you know the words, like it'll say operate in the area. You know, that's like one. But when it's like a squad of operators, that means it's plural. It's more than one out there. So beyond your P's and Q's. I like that vest a lot. But there's different ones you can play with.
The actor's name is Glenn. It's Glenn Morshower.
Glenn Morshower. That's why we'll call him.
And funny enough, in Transformers, his name in Transformers, funny enough, is General Morshower.
Is it? Oh, he uses last name.
All right. And in Transformers: Dark of the Moon, General Morshower. Yeah. And last night, General Morshower. That's pretty interesting. A little continuity there. For those playing the home game.
I wonder if he did that. I was like, yeah, just keep my last name. I'm all right with that. You know, just keep me with my name. It's easy to remember. It's my last name.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we a lot of DMZ, and for those who follow me on Twitter knows that I fell in love with Ghostwire. It was the one game, and I've been talking about it in this pod.
Yeah.
It's the one game I was looking forward to before Deathloop. The two games that went exclusive for a year on PlayStation side, it was Deathloop and then Ghostwire.
Yes.
I was most wanting to play Ghostwire.
Yep.
But I ended up playing Deathloop, and I fell in love with it. You know this. I was like, oh, I like this. I 1K'd it. You know when I like a game, and if I 1K'd it, I loved it.
Yeah, you went ham.
Right, I went ham on it. So Deathloop was great, but Ghostwire Tokyo is on a different level of storytelling. It's just the storytelling and the voiceover in that. And I kept it 100. I kept the Japanese, you know, like natively the way it was intended to be heard.
Yeah, with subtitles
on the bottom. Yeah. But God, the voice acting is so good on this freaking game. The story is amazing down to the end. The shit made me literally cry at the end. The ending made me cry. When the game does that to me, where it makes me laugh to my tears come out or cry because it's just like I kind of relate to it, or I don't know, be serious about something, or maybe hate a character so much I'm like, you know, fuck this guy. I gotta, like, those are things that I love when developers do this. This is why I keep calling games art. When you can do that to me and trigger emotions that way, like authentically and genuinely, I love it. Like it's the game I want to play. And Ghostwire felt it didn't even fall short of that. Like it was good from start to finish. I do have my gripes about it. And I think me and your brother share similar ideas when it comes to this.
Yeah.
As great as the game is, the open world part of it felt empty at times with the enemies.
Gotcha.
Or not at times. I would say a lot of times, because it's literally you walked a lot before you, like, from point to point, discovering different things, lore wise, like, you know, through the collectibles. But to get to enemies was like, when you got to an enemy, it was like 3 or 4 at a time.
Okay.
Unless you fought like one of these things that like a death, they call a death parade that comes by, and then like you get swallowed into this, and you got to fight like a horde of them. But that's the one part I would say if a sequel ever came out of this, tone that down and kind of tailor it to a little bit more linear in that sense. I don't know how to explain that because the highlights of this game was the story parts of it. The parts when you were doing the story,
Sure.
when it became linear, that's the highlights of this game. The open world was great because you were able to climb buildings and do that kind of stuff, and it felt like Crackdown to me, where I was collecting spirits, similar to orbs. So it was like that. I was like looking for spirits and just climbing buildings. That part was cool, but the enemy, the world felt empty in that sense of like the enemy combatants were far few in between, and when you did come up on them, there was not that many to fight.
Is the game, because I'm not too familiar with it, like gameplay wise or whatever. Well, I've seen gameplay, but the actual systems itself, is it like RPG? Is there like a leveling system or skill tree or something like
Uh,
that, or is it?
Assassin's Creed, simple.
Oh, okay.
Assassin's Creed.
So, like, do
It's
you
just
think maybe
simple,
like
yeah.
having a lot of enemies, like, because it is like a level thing where it's like you would if you would just be able to farm like infinite amount of enemies. Like, do you think the
The enemies keep respawning. They don't go away. They keep respawning.
Okay.
Like it in the area that you like, it takes a while for them to respawn again. But once you
Sure.
clear an area and you walk around, they don't come back like that. You
So
would
is it
have
like
to
a
literally
pacing
leave
thing
to a
then?
whole different area.
So is it like a
Yeah,
pacing? It just
the
okay.
pacing, yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely the pacing was felt a little off on that.
Okay.
But
But when you did fight, it
overall,
was fun. When you
it was,
were getting
oh
the
my god, it
engagements,
was
it was
fun.
fun.
Oh yeah,
Right.
bro. The like the hand combat was,
Yeah.
to me, it's different. Like we're used to playing first person shooters with guns or swords with For Honor or whatever, like different ways of like mechanics of playing a first person shooter. This one was like hand combat
Yeah.
with like, it was just it's just so like, it felt different, felt good. It well polished game. The like I said, the dialogue was on point. The cutscenes were great. The story, like with the story pacing, that part, if you just play for the story, the pacing was a phenomenal way of doing it.
Right.
But man, it was one of my games. One of my games that I wish I would have played it last year. If I had a PS5, it definitely would have been a game I played then and again now for Xbox. It's that good of a game. Great game, solid game. Played that. I'm on to now Dead Island 2. Playing that. What else did I do? DMZ, Dead Island 2. Go. I gamed so much, man. I forgot. I'm looking at my freaking my games and apps to see what recent games I played. I'm looking forward to Jedi, which comes out this
Yeah.
week.
Is it
Can't
this
wait for
week?
that. God,
Oh, thank God
it is this week.
thank God I get paid. Holy
The
shit.
28th.
Let's
Yeah, it's the
go.
28th this
Wait,
week.
that's
So
Friday.
I got my points saved up. It's why I saved up for. So here we go. Waiting for that. But now I'm playing Dead Island 2, enjoying it. I've been like, I think maybe 3 or 4 hours into it, enjoying it. I'm old school, so I was telling you before we went live.
Yeah.
I highly enjoyed 1 more so than I do 2. That's not saying 2 is bad. I'm just saying that 1, some of the differences in 1 from 2 is that 1 was very open worldish. It was completely whatever you wanted to do with a lot of side missions and main missions, however you want to choose to do them. 2 is a closed environment, meaning closed atmosphere, like it's hub world. Like you enter, let's say, Beverly Hills.
Yes.
There's a whole zone for Beverly Hills, and that zone has its own side missions and main missions, blah blah. But then you have to, like, to go to the next place, you have to like walk through a door and load into the next area.
Okay.
I'm not sure if there's any fast travel. I'm too early on the game to know this. I'm not sure if there's any fast travel involved in this game. But for now, literally, I'm just moving from one place to another. And I can go back to the other zone, but I would have to again open the door and load back into that side of the world.
Gotcha.
It's not open world in that sense.
Okay.
Fun game.
It's like kind of biome-ish a little.
Yes.
Like biomes.
Yes.
That seems to be
that
seems to be a go-to in game design
Yeah.
now. Have you got me? I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat.
I'm reading too. Yeah. Oh wait, Jenna's here.
Yes, Jenna's here. What up, Jenna? And
I
Yobi.
miss Jenna.
What up,
He's taking a
Yobi?
break, by the way. And Yobi. Yobi and Jenna. Jenna's taking a break, by the way. He mentioned it on Twitter.
Yes, yeah, I did see that. Yo, but shout out, yo, but listen, Jenna, appreciate you joining, man. Like
Appreciate you
even
joining.
everything, man. But
Do
yeah,
that. Do that disconnect, brother. Do the disconnect.
excuse me, resets. I was gonna say, fuck that, man. Take
Mhm.
that. Hell yeah. Because these socials
Definitely
be
reset.
crazy, and we're not gonna get into a whole thing about it. But these socials be crazy, and it's not worth.
Oh no! If you let it could consume you, man.
Yep.
It could become something where it will alter your mood for sure.
Yeah.
So
Even
yeah,
the content
take that
creation,
disconnect and reset
you don't have to be a content creator with 100 1,000 followers or whatever like that. You could still feel a certain type of way too, even in the initial grind of things and stuff like that. I think that's just what people don't realize. especially people that don't do it. You know what I mean? People that are just like
Well, it's very
listening versus,
dismissive when people say things like, "Oh, it's social media." It's like, okay, what does that mean? That's very dismissive. It's like
yeah,
it's literally become, as Americans at least, it's become, or I would say even now what Jen is saying, but I know in America here, it's become part of our lives. Like it's literally,
yeah,
we wake up, check our phone, Twitter or social media, not just Twitter, social media. We go, throughout our day, whether it be working, cutting the lawn, taking a dump, whatever it is, social media is open on our phone. Like it's become that part. So it's always important to reset, take that break,
yep,
disconnect,
yep.
and put in front of you what's more valuable than what social media can be and has been. So,
Yeah, Lupo,
but
Dr.
yeah, man.
Lupo dipped out for 8 days, man.
Yes,
So
yes,
I saw that the
bro.
other day. He was like, "Yo, I
Yes,
see you guys
he's
after
like,
the
I'm out.
30th." He was like, "I'm out.
Yep.
See you guys after the 30th." I'm like, "Let's go." Even Ben,
Reset, baby. Do it.
Ben's reset, man.
We just did like
Yeah,
we just spoke about that. We took 2 weeks off
it's
and
two
reset
weeks,
is
but
good.
it's still, you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
still a refresh. It's still
yeah,
something where like you step away from something and you look at it from that point of view and go, to catch a breath and
yeah, man,
go, okay, priorities, this, that, and then like that's, you got to do that. It's important to do that, and
for
set
sure.
that for your life. So, do that, man. You got our full support on whatever it is you're planning on doing or want to do. So disconnect from that, baby. And BMG, I got to mention this. BMG, they have a show out there on the XPN network, a new show alert. I feel like we could do this every week with with them over there. They
True.
have some great shows over there. The new show is gonna be up your alley, Destiny centric, like literally a Destiny pod.
Yeah, they working on that. That's what I saw. I saw in the chat earlier.
Yeah,
Down, let's go. You know, I gotta be on
yeah,
there.
is
I
that
gotta be
pretty
on there.
good? I was
Maybe
like,
maybe that's how I gotta get some
not to
raids
get
in.
like that.
I gotta raid with some people from overseas to get some raids in. I'm sure that would be a fun experience. Me on a
Oh
hundred
my
and
god, a
fifty ping.
pod that talks only Destiny. That's gonna be amazing. I mean, there's pods out there that does that, but then
No, that's
that's good
dope.
stuff.
That's good shit. I'm looking forward to
Um,
that though.
But yeah, man, that's what I did. Like I mentioned, Mandalorian was a thing. Caught up with my Ted Lasso. I love my Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso was such a great show.
Mm.
Um, based on I say this and people, my son laugh. It's based on the what's that team that just got promoted? Help me out, chat. It's a football team, a soccer team in America, but football everywhere else. That got promoted to the I believe, I don't know if it's the Premier League. But Ryan Reynolds owns them
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw something about that.
and they just got promoted. I'm like, dude, this is literally Ted Lasso. It's like watching Ted Lasso. It's the
That's
same
crazy, but
thing.
like in real life, obviously.
In real life, it's a
That's
thing. I'm
funny.
like, this is great. It's crazy. Uh, Ted Lasso, Wrexham. That's the team,
Wrexham.
Wrexham.
There you go.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah, yeah. They were. I don't know. Is it Premier League, Jenna, or is it? I know it's the ESL or EFL.
No,
I forgot what.
I figure. Well, Premier, their league out there, it's Premier. I don't know if there's another league besides Premier, like the one that Liverpool and Man U and all of them playing.
I think it is a Premier League, but
Pretty
the
sure it's Premier,
acronyms were like EFL or ESL. I
or
saw
maybe
a different
English, or maybe
acronym.
EFL, which is English, maybe English Football League, maybe.
I think it's that because it was like EFL, the three letters I saw. So I
Eh,
think but it's a promotion for them. That's a huge promotion. They bought this team 2 years ago or
yes.
2020, I should say, and brought it up to where it's at now. They're
National
going
to
to
second division. It's 3 leagues below Premier. Okay, so they're
okay,
working. Yeah, but they're working their way up though. So there you go.
but they're working their way up. That's a big.
The
That's a.
grind is
I'm
real,
assuming
man.
it's a big move. You
Yeah.
know, my son is the one that like fills me because he's huge soccer fan. He follows, so he's the one that fills me in. He talks to me about these things. I'm like, man, that's huge. And now, obviously, because Ryan Reynolds, one of my favorite actors, is like the owner. I pay attention more. So it's like, oh, cool. The
Yeah,
jump in money from national to those leagues, is it?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Ooh,
Yo,
I
and you know
think
what's
about
crazy?
that.
It's funny too because I had a customer the other day that literally, while I was like helping him out, he literally on his phone streaming. You could hear he had Real Madrid on in the background. The
Oh,
Real
yeah.
Madrid game going on in the background. Shit was crazy. Like literally
Oh, he's
watching.
into that.
He
Yeah.
could not. He was literally in the store shopping, but he was just looking at his phone, like eyes glued to his phone. Like it's
Oh,
like
it's
you know
like
when
us with
somebody's on the
baseball
phone. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or yeah,
Like you
yeah.
know when somebody's just on the phone and they're like, oh yeah, yeah, and like they're not trying to be
Yeah, yeah.
rude, but they're in the
They're
middle of their
dismissing you like, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
this
Yeah, yeah.
guy's literally just watching the fucking game, and I'm like, oh shit, what's the score? And it was like at the 70-minute mark, and I think Real Madrid. I don't know if it was a tied game or if they were winning. I don't remember exactly, but shit was crazy.
That's a lot of extra time for penalty minutes. Damn,
Yeah.
10 minutes insane. Or no, wait, the game runs.
Or no,
No,
90, 90,
it
90,
runs
90.
90 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah, that's another.
yeah, yeah. That's how much I know about football. So
Yeah,
there
I
you
know.
go.
It's okay.
So yeah, man, that was my mostly my 2 weeks, man, and looking forward to what's coming up with Star Wars this week, and then next week,
Yes.
the big one for me at least, Redfall. So I will
Nice.
be talking about that. But yeah, that's pretty much my 2 weeks, man. And I'm just excited. Just wanted to talk about these topics that we got going today.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should jump right into it. We have been, obviously shouting out the chat as well too. We'll do a quick run
Yes.
by again as well. But obviously Jinna, Yobi, BMG, Money. Thank you, Money. Here's your podcast. Get off. Anybody else that's lurking as well too. Said Yobi, Jinna. Yeah, man. Anybody else hanging out? Dimber, obviously. Anybody listening right now? Also audio listeners. Shout out to audio listeners always, forever and
I
always.
wanna, I wanna. I forgot. I didn't mention this, but I discovered a new pod for me. A new pod. He's been around for quite some time, but for me, a new pod because I just started listening to him in the last 2 weeks. Part of the chat knows who he is. Wilmy Hood. Like I started watching his pod,
Yeah.
and it's like, holy fuck! It's a group of guys that's literally in a party chat, just like what we do here, and they're just talking.
Wow.
Like no. What do you call that? Reactionary content. It's just straight talking video games and
Nice.
laughing about it, and just a group of boys just going in and just having fun about video games, talking about video games, and cracking jokes while they do it, like legit, like jokes that we will crack and just laugh at it, like
Yeah.
and move on. Like it's a real chill stream. And I'm like, I like this, and they go on Sunday 7 o'clock. That's how since we had 2 weeks off, I figured I got to do something with my Sunday. So
Yeah, exactly.
I watch something. So I was like, let me see what's going on. And I saw, and Womi's known for his memes on Twitter. That
Yes.
man's memes are like up there. They're top notch. So his memes are out there. But I started watching his pod last like when we went off 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
I'm like, I gotta do something with my Sunday evening. So I watch and I'm like, damn, this is actually good.
Nice.
I was like, this is pretty good. And then I came again last week, and I'm like, okay, they're consistent. And I'm like, okay, they get my sub. Not that I'm special. I'm not special, but they got my sub, and I'm like, this is a good show. It's a solid show.
Nice.
So I've been on that pod for like watching them for like the last 2 weeks, and they go on Sundays at 7 Eastern time. So if you are interested, then most people know who he is. I just now started watching him. So and I'm not that embarrassed, but it's like, man, this guy's always been this consistent.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah. What up, Shin? And Silence here.
Yep. What up, Shin? And then
Logic, I was supposed to send you a game.
I don't. Do you remember?
I remember you're supposed to send me one first before him.
Damn.
No, I'm playing. I'm playing. That's
you remember. You remember what the. I don't remember what the game was. Because last time my brother hooked me up, it was Hades. So what was it that we were talking about?
We would have to look at like a pod from 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Chat, if anybody remembers.
I forgot. Like, yeah.
Damn.
It was. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I'm not even gonna try to guess it.
We'll think about it.
We'll think about it. It'll come.
We'll have to go back to the pod. I don't remember. That sucks.
Oh my god! Now you got me thinking. Here we.
I know. It's all right. All right, yo, let's get into this topic, All
right, let's get topic. What we got first?
Street Fighter Showcase or Diablo Server Slam. We
could do let's do Diablo. Let's do Diablo 4 because I am kind of not upset, but it's like like I deleted the damn beta.
Yeah.
Listen. Diablo 4, and I've said this on this pod. Diablo the series was never my thing. You know this. Never my thing. I'd never played a Diablo game. Like I made of like played it, like passing by on somebody else's console at a video game store. Never was my thing. And this Diablo 4, I played the beta and I enjoyed the beta. I was like, I would play this dungeon crawler. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Plays really well. The classes, although the Necromancer was broken, admittedly now, after the beta went off, it was ability that it was broken. It's been patched. Unfortunately, they nerfed the shit out of my Necromancer.
There you go.
They mentioned the Server Slam coming back in May.
Yeah, so which is actually insane. So May 12th to May 14, right? So level 20, all 5 subclasses actually are available as well too. There's a world boss. I'm actually trying to pull up the official announcement, which I will grab in a second, because there's going to be a world boss that's going to be available to fight against essentially, and who is not level capped.
Okay.
So it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, if you take down this world boss, like it's gonna be like a pretty decent feat, basically, because it shouldn't be like easy thing. Like the world boss is gonna scale essentially
I
and
never
be
got to the
over.
world boss in the beta.
I don't know if they
Apparently
actually
he
did
was
the.
there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, your brother told me he was there. It's just to find them was a thing. But it looks like in this beta, it's not gonna be. You gotta look for him. Another thing is you're gonna be able to fight him, and
Right.
it's only going up to 20. It's not. I think because the last beta we played, I think went up more than 20.
Yeah. So let's see.
25 was the what you had to get to. I think it was 25 to get the
Yes,
rewards
they
you get
get the
for the beta.
reward. So same thing that's happening here. So it's level 20 cap. So they have it right here. So slam the server, earn rewards. Server slam offers one more chance to earn rewards, like much beloved Beta Wolf Pack cosmetic, plus the
Hmm.
Cry of Ashava. I'm assuming Ashava mount
Yeah, I got
trophy.
the wolf one. I don't know
Right.
about this one.
Earn all
Yeah.
4 rewards during the server slam and receive them once Diablo 4 launches. So initial casualty title earned by reaching Kyovashad with one
Cry
character.
of Ashuva. Cry
Yeah,
of
Kyovashad. Yeah, sorry guys for the pronunciation. I know I'm like murking it up, but
Ashuva.
um. So let's see what else we got. Early Voyager title earned by
There's
reaching level
more.
20, so that's cool.
Hmm.
Beta Wolfpack cosmetic item earned by reaching level 20 on one character. It's only 2 days, so I mean, I wonder how the scaling or whatever like that. Like, I'm definitely playing, but
Well, I'm telling you, with the necromancer, I kind of felt before I knew it was broken. I was telling your brother, I'm like, it feels like I'm leveling up pretty quick because when I joined your brother in co-op, he was already like 15, level 16, maybe higher than that, and I just started at 0, and I literally was catching up to him. I was already at 12 before he got to 20. Like I was catching up that fast. I was like, I don't know if it's a beta thing or
uh-huh.
the character is broken. I don't know what it is. But then, what's his name? Rock came out and said, if you're planning on leveling up, pro tip: play with the necromancer, hinting that necromancer was
Okay,
the build you wanted to go with to level up quick to get your rewards.
gotcha. So yeah, and then so that's the unlocks. They say here, be versed in battle, harness the power of all 5 classes. So like, if that's another thing too. Like, if you played the first beta and you didn't, which I like barely got to touch, as you can see by the gameplay that we have here, I really didn't get to touch it as much. You and my brother
I don't.
played a little bit
Were we
more.
able to share that though? I don't think we were able to share that. I think that was it able to be streamed.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
They let it. Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
know. See, I was
yeah,
afraid of. I didn't
yeah,
know. I didn't
no,
want to do that. I thought it wasn't a thing.
yeah, no. It was open the first time around, definitely.
Okay.
But so there was that, and then, like I said, I didn't really get to play as much. So this is gonna be cool. Like, if there was another class that you wanted to mess around with, or if you wanted to try to take advantage
Definitely.
and grind this out. I know some people are kind of like, nah, I'm just gonna wait till the game comes out. I want to experience for it, which is cool. I'm all for that
That's
too.
cool.
I want it to be
Yeah.
fresh. I don't mind doing this because this is like, if you're into grindy shit anyway, like, I don't think your progress is going to be saved. It's all going to reset anyway. And you'll have to do it again, but at least you'll earn like the cosmetic stuff and the titles and everything
Right.
for being a part of it.
Yeah.
It's no
Yeah.
different when you play the beta in like in freaking Call of Duty and you get the beta, you know what I mean? The beta tester emblem and stuff
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And
I tested the game or whatever. Yeah.
exactly. So a lot of it is that. Discover the first zone. So I guess the first zone is unlocked. Explore the treacherous demon-infested landscape of fractured peaks, and then battle world bosses. Join forces to battle larger-than-life demons in the limited time events. Now there's a learn more feature, so I think they probably have. Oh yeah, like a what to expect server slam as well too. Queue
Mm-hmm.
times are probably just listen. FYI for anybody that's actually going to be looking to queue, the entire world is probably going to want to
I mean,
get
it's
in.
literally they call
It's
it this a
open to
server slab,
yeah.
so it's open to everybody.
They're stress
So
testing, so for sure. So
plan
expect
accordingly.
yeah,
It's gonna be high,
high queue
wait times
times,
and yeah, queue
high
times. There
queue
you go.
times for sure. And I don't think they said that it was locked to any particular show. I think this is also across all pieces of hardware: PC, Xbox, PlayStation. As far as I understand as well too.
I want to see any
So
of you guys tweeting out, "God damn it, it's taking forever!" Like,
yeah,
plan accordingly. It's gonna happen. It's expected. It is a server slam. It's
yeah,
exactly what they want to happen anyway. They want to test it out and see where they're gonna tweak out stuff and like to reduce that stress on
yeah.
launch day. So
Yeah, and
it's
Server Slam,
expected.
I mean, by the word itself, never made a point, like, since they want to get a lot of people online. Not sure how many people will get to play. People will definitely get to play. It's just how long it will take you to get onto the server will
That
be,
part.
especially if you're trying to join right when they actually open up the servers themselves.
Which you are
Um,
gonna have that many people, like a lot of
yeah.
people, like wanting to get there. They're gonna try to change their region. They're gonna try to like, I need to get in and now, like like that FOMO is real. FOMO is real when it comes to these types of
Yes.
games.
If you play during early access and open beta weekends, details are similar. However, there's a few nuances they're ushering in with the server slam. Character progress made during early access or open beta not carry over. Cool. Probably figured that much. Additionally, any character progress made during the server slam will not carry over. Duh. I mean, I think that should just be known. Like, of course, you're not going to be able, you know what I mean? But that's just me.
It shouldn't. The default shouldn't be mentioned.
Right.
It should only be mentioned when it's like, in my opinion, it should be mentioned when it is carrying over. Like, oh, by the way,
Exactly.
because
By
it's a
the way,
bonus,
your stuff
it's
is,
gonna carry over.
but it's
Yeah.
not carrying over, so that's fine. Players may level up their characters to level 20, after which you'll cease to gain ability points, but you can continue to slay demons and earn alluring gear. Cool. Legendary item drop rate has been altered to reflect the drop rates that will be present in the launch version of Diablo. So all that cool shit that you guys were getting, cool gears, armors, whatever the fuck, yeah, don't expect those same type of drops the next time around because it's going to be relative to how the game will actually feel when it launches in June. So, which is cool. So, like, you're gonna get like a more tangible and more realistic gameplay experience because it'll be more in line with how the game's gonna feel when it launches. So that's cool.
Right.
And the version of Diablo 4 available during the server slam will include all the bug fixes and updates detailed in our open beta retrospective blog, which is what you were referring to back before when you said like the necromancer being patched and things like, excuse me, things like that. So which is cool. And then the bigger
Which
thing
is cool.
here,
Yeah.
overcome server slam's biggest challenge, Ashava. Yeah,
Yes.
Ashava here, so
Yeah.
that's big. So starting May 13th, 9 a.m. Pacific, and every 3 hours thereafter until the final spawn. Excuse me. Jesus, very gassy. Sorry. May 14th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's the final. So that's actually so they spawn the boss spawns every 3 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
A
So
lumber
that wasn't
behemoth.
happening in the other beta at all.
Yeah. So this is dope, but this is like one of those like big. Damn, look at this. Okay. Let me not tune it a little bit. This I was gonna say it's a little pixelated, but 1080, it's not. I don't think this is a 4K image, but it's fine. We'll be okay.
Okay. You can't run your disclaimer.
Super. Oh, I don't know. We'll
The
get
4K
it.
disclaimer.
No, yeah, yeah, no. This will be at 60. Or should I do that disclaimer too? We're streaming at six. We're streaming at 1080p at 60 FPS in case anybody was realizing, or at least we should be. So let us know if
I guess
this.
it should be, yes.
Yeah, let us know if this pod isn't at 60 FPS. Okay, we'll definitely change it for the next pod. Fucking people. Anyways, um, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, earn server slam rewards, which is cool stuff. So yeah, man. So just more Diablo to play before Diablo comes out. So I think that's pretty cool. I think a little unexpected, but I also think it's kind of cool that they're like, fuck it, we needed like test these servers, so let's just open the game up to everybody.
Yep.
So I
Server
think that's pretty
slam.
awesome. Everybody that wants to play. And then they say here, note, Xbox Live Gold or PlayStation Plus subscription will not be required to play Diablo 4 during Server Slam in most regions. In Germany, a
Cool.
PlayStation Plus subscription, shout out to any Germany fans that we have, PlayStation Plus subscription will be required due to rating requirements. Once Diablo 4 launches, an Xbox Live Gold and PlayStation Plus subscription will be required to access some of the game's multiplayer features.
Well, for the beta, none of that is needed, right? Like for the beta, none of that
Yeah,
for
no.
the like.
So this is
which is
how
what
to
you want to do. I
download,
mean, you want everybody to play
actually,
it, right?
let's cover this real quick, just to make sure. So we're doing our due diligence, right? How to download the server, Server Slam. If you do not have the Diablo 4 open beta downloaded, so that's another thing too that you mentioned before we actually went live. You deleted your open beta.
I deleted. So I'm thinking because I was like, no,
deleted it too. I don't know.
Yeah, because I went okay. So before Rod came out and said that's okay, when he said that this was coming out, I'm thinking shit. Probably gonna have to get another separate invite and see what website to hit so that I can get a code for it.
Nah.
And he goes, oh no worries. I just mentioned that because if you still have the old one downloaded, it's just gonna update on that day. That your old file will update to the newer file. But apart from that, if you so hastily deleted it, it's okay. You're gonna be able to download it on the day of. And I'm like, oh, Okay, thank God.
Yep. So right here, so May 10th, actually, they're doing an early download, early access for the download. If you didn't still have your open beta client downloaded, you'll be able to access the download May 10th, 12 p.m. Pacific. That's 3 o'clock Eastern, 3 p.m. Eastern over here, and 8 British Standard Time for our friends over in the UK.
BST.
Because we got the people, we got the fans in the UK. You know what I mean? So let everybody know. And then other
Got
time
the
zones,
listeners and watchers.
check your local listings, right? One of those.
One of those,
PC,
yeah.
so PC is battle.net, of course, Xbox, Xbox Store, PlayStation, PlayStation Store, and then anybody that has it already downloaded, you'll be able to update it. After server time starts, you can begin your journey into Sanctuary. Dope. All right. So yeah,
Wait. It was crazy because I was watching tweets for this leading up to it where
Yes.
like people were like, oh man, like Rob was tweeting like updates and what's changed and all that stuff, and like people like in the comments were like, oh man, if only we can get one more before it comes out in June. I know it's not gonna happen, but if only we can get one more. Like that was like the general commenting. And like literally he came out either that same day or the next day with a tweet saying, you guys asked for it, here it is.
I remember seeing that tweet. Yes.
I'm like, wait, is this fake? What is April Fool? What? Like, nope, it's real. So after the 14th, I'm like, oh shit, Service Slam.
That's pretty dope, man.
I'm about it. So yeah, I can't wait to play it again, get those rewards now.
Yes, 100%. I think that'll be a fun game. I think it'll be a really cool game for us to play. I think we'll definitely definitely gonna be one of those games where I definitely see us playing together. Me, you, my brother. You know what I mean? Like we're definitely gonna be
definitely.
You know, so I'm very excited about that.
I think Reborn even plays these type of games.
I'm pretty sure. Well, he's been on Jump Off, a bunch of different games, stuff like that too. So.
He's a gamer.
Pretty sure he's getting D4. So, and if he does, we'll definitely be doing some gaming, man. But yeah, that's Diablo 4 Server Slam. Coming
Server Slam
May 12th.
May 12th to the 14th. That's our weekend, I believe.
Yep, May 12th to the 14th.
Yeah, that's what is that? 14th. Let me look. I'm looking at my calendar quick here. That's Friday. Yeah, Friday to Monday. Friday to Sunday. So. I don't know what times they're gonna cut it off, but yeah.
I'll definitely I'll get some updated gameplay too for that weekend to show off for the stream that week for the pod actually.
Okay.
Or just because I'll multitask because I'm good like that, and maybe I'll just have the live game running in the background while we pod it up. So we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, that can happen.
Oh yeah, we can see what happens because you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So
yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, we could
maybe we switch it up a little bit and do a live gameplay pod. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I like that. We'll talk. Yeah, definitely. I like that. We'll talk. I like that.
All right, man. Good. So we trying to talk about some Street Fighter, dude?
Bro, are we?
Yo, but Weezy F baby, please say the baby.
Say
Please, you like that one? You like that one?
I like that. I like
that one? Wheezy F baby, please say the baby.
Please say the baby. Yeah. Hey, are we really fighting refrigerators and this shit, bro?
I gotta put the volume up a little bit. I'm gonna have it. I don't think we're gonna get DMs. That's all right. Let's just keep talking over it in like a decent volume to make sure. Yeah. Like, all right. Yo,
hopefully this is algorithm. They'll pick it up.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. All right, you know what? Nah, fuck it. I can't trust YouTube. All right, listen, we're muted.
I'm in love with the art style, by the way. I'm in love with the art style, the graffiti that they're using for the name, the fonts, and all that. I love it.
I mean, we're gonna hit forward and back a little bit a couple of times. Like, I mean, this seems a little silly, but this is like some Zangief shit right there. You know, body slamming.
Oh yeah, the spinning with the barrel. Yeah. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, yep, Zangief. Well, it is Zangief's move.
Yeah.
And then you got Dao. I think that's Dao Sim with the spiral spin.
The random fighting just everywhere.
Oh, that's Bison. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah. The spinning spiral.
Yes. Yo, bro, what is this?
That's what I'm saying. We're fighting refrigerators.
We got like not sponsored. We got not Juvies, by the way. Yo, shout out to Juvie real quick
shout out to Juvie.
Yo, shout out Juvie. 100th Nate shot. Listen. Somebody clip it. Send this man. Juvie is the shit. That got me through 2 days of work, and I was the happiest fucking person in the world. Whatever the fuck they put in that energy drink, man, it made me giddy as all. I'm telling you, I was fucking.
But it was a good giddy. It wasn't like.
It was a good giddy. It was like, yo, I'm happy. It tasted good, a little bit lightly carbonated.
Good,
that kiwi, the kiwi strawberry was a hit, man. Oh my god, I cannot wait. I'm literally ordering a case of that shit when I get paid this week. I'm telling you, man. But not sponsored, but I would love to be, because that shit is good. But yeah, man, looks like we got some drinks here, and it drinks. Which this is like you remember Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
Yes.
Okay, so like there was like this weird kind of thing with Zenny and stuff like that because this game and not to jump around a little bit, but it's gonna have some of these like things where you're in the open world. It's like, oh, let me hit this and use this buff real quick, while I fight,
Oh yeah,
whatever
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
robot, this whatever the
Hmm.
hell, like these like mini because these would always be considered like mini game things. Like here, right here, what are you buying? You know, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah.
Got the here.
Cosmetics,
I got iPads. Yeah.
bro, the skill tree, which they get into it a little bit more as well too. This isn't
This
even
was
the
this is to
actual.
bring in the casual gamer, like the ones that are
Yeah,
like the ones that are not heavily into the fighting community gaming.
correct.
Like this is what that's what this is for. Like that's what, and I'm glad that the hardcore fighting community is not like going crazy about it. Like, oh, why would they, like, they're actually embracing this, and I'm like, damn, okay, that's pretty cool.
Y-
Because you want, I mean, here's the thing: you don't want to gatekeep something you love so much. If the
Sure.
game is that good, put it out there, man. Let more people play it and experience it and enjoy it, because that will bring in the funding and the money that developers need for these type of games. But this game has got me like I'm not a fight. I've said this before. I don't fight. I don't play fighting games. I think the
Yeah,
last one I played was Killer Instinct.
yeah,
That I was really heavily um on the Xbox. That's about it.
yeah,
But like past that, I've dabbled here and there. But this year, I'm like, I gotta get it. I've gotta fucking get
yeah.
it. Like
If
it's
not just for the
talking to me.
just for the character custom creation and going through the whole world, there is a whole ass adventure RPG single player like campaign that you can do in this
Yes,
game outside of you going online and fighting other people
you
and
still do all that.
ranked
You still do all
and
that. Yeah,
you
you
still
still do all
it's
that.
got all of that and then some obviously, but like just this all right here, this is in that battle hub thing where like the multiplayer would be happening. You walk up to the little arcade cabinets and stuff, and that's where you
Yeah.
adverse people. You're going to be able to fight people in that hub. They will be active. This is like, okay, remember what was it?
They could be tapping you on the shoulder and going, bro, you ready? Let's fight.
Yeah,
Like this
like
is, I walk
before,
up to you and go, boop, 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 let's go.
and me not using Ryu and you not using Chun Li, like you using
No.
your creative
Yep.
character
My
that
creative
whoever
character.
you
Yep.
learned, whatever moves and skill set you learned with your character, me using my creative character, whatever moves and skill sets I learned with my character, and then people watching us fuck each other up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just right here, and then like some of these moves and stuff, like the characters, they had a Blanca, like this kick right here. That's the Ken. That's a Ken
Of
like
course. Yeah.
EX
Yeah.
move
Yeah.
to Blanca EX. Like this shit is next
Look
level,
at the skull showing oh my god, like the
dude.
skeleton showing. Boom.
It
That's out him, obviously. The stretchy leg.
this right here, that Ken cross up to the
Hmm.
Blanca, like the shit you're gonna be able to come up with. That's another thing too. If you're like really heavy into the whole FGC fighting game community, and you're like, wow, I really love this character, but imagine if you gave this character skill set. Like
Yep.
if he had these moves here, but also had this move here, and if I could chain those fucking moves together, like you understand the
Listen,
possibilities of
it's
stringing
becoming
combos.
you're making it personable now
Yes.
by me being able to create my own character to my liking, and then put in the move sets I want, that I'm familiar with, that I'm comfortable with, and then go
Yes.
against your move set and your guy, like your person, like your made up character. Like
Yeah.
that's very intimate. Like I'm like, oh, I like that shit. Like I'm like,
Hold on,
that's
hold on.
best of the
I'm sorry.
best
I'm
right
sorry.
there.
I gotta put Wheezy.
Uh,
We got
Easy.
it. Let's listen to Wheezy real quick. I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah.
It's your boy Weezy. Welcome to the Street Fighter 6 showcase. And how about that new trailer?
How much do you think they paid him?
A grip. A
Right?
grip. I think they paid him a brand new house, like that kind of money,
But like
mansion.
a house in like North Carolina, South Carolina, like
I would say South.
there's like
Like
couple hundred K, right? Couple
easy,
hundred K,
easy. Yeah.
easy.
Somebody in his family or his friends got a new house.
To mail it
or new
to mail
car.
it on the green screen,
Yeah.
and you know, I mean, he plays Street Fighter. Like, let's not pretend like he's not
So he
like
he
legit.
plays it.
Like
Yeah, no, he
you know what I'm
plays it.
saying? But it's like so obviously, but like, and then once again, too, mind blown. It's like Lil Wayne introing a Street Fighter showcase. Like they're going out for
Mhm.
everybody. The community, like the people they're trying to, the reach right now that they're trying to get. Like you said,
Well,
it's not just the
Timber's
fighting game
asking.
community
I'm curious why they chose him for it, because they're trying to get the hip hop community involved as well.
as much
That
as
whole,
much as
the whole
possible.
music scene, as much as
Yes.
possible, the music scene to get them in.
Yes.
One of the top streamers right now that's in the music industry
Kai.
is T-Pain.
Oh, T and Kai. I was gonna say Kai said, but T-Pain, yes, is
in the music industry.
yes.
It's like T-Pain right now. Like him streaming on Twitch is a big thing. Like they're bringing in that. Like they have to bring in that crowd. And he play. It's not like he doesn't play. Would you say he plays Street Fighter? He plays video games.
Yeah.
And Street Fighter looks like it's one of his things. We're just poking at that. This is a whole green screen thing.
Listen, I've been playing Street Fighter since I was a kid.
Right here.
This new game is on
iPhone.
another level. We're talking new ways to fight, crazy new game modes, and the most content we've ever seen in Street Fighter.
Which is true. Think about that. How many Street Fighters we've had over the years? You know,
We've
Third
had plenty.
Strike, even Street Fighter. I mean, the last Street Fighter that I really got into, like super heavy, was Street Fighter 4. Right? That was the last one that I really played heavy. And I had a lot of fun with. Me, my brother fighting each other. Me and a couple of my cousins playing each other. Like me playing online. Just a lot of fun playing that game. Street Fighter 5 didn't have a PlayStation, couldn't play it. This game right here, man, the fact I am so hyped for this fucking game, and the fact that it is multi-platform. Thank you, Capcom.
Yeah.
That's all. Thank you.
Yep.
That's all.
Multi-platform. Is it crossplay?
And and I believe it is crossplay as well too.
Crossplay. Nice.
So let's get into the game and get the show.
It's good. It's a solid game, and he's right. He's hitting it on the nose with the content.
Yeah.
Like we haven't seen this much content in Street Fighter ever.
So here's the game director, Takayuki
Nakayama.
Nakayama. Thank you.
Yeah, Takayuki Nakayama.
Yep. And so director Street Fighter 6. He's going in pretty much. I can probably turn on CC here too to help us out a little while I keep it muted here.
Can I point out one thing?
What's up?
Why is it that Lil Wayne's green screen is a lot better quality than the actual director of the game?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't think that's those questions.
Like you don't see an outline on Lil Wayne.
So
you see an outline.
So funny enough, so right down over here, some footage in program used the performance mode graphics setting. You know what? I'm gonna be this fucking guy right now. Since everybody want to be over, we're gonna be these people. Let's be these people, and by these people, I mean I'm gonna fucking dissect this real quick. Ready? See this down? I can't zoom, but if I can zoom, I want everybody to focus their fucking attention down here in the bottom left corner if you're watching us. If you're listening to us, I'm sorry. This is a visual representation right now, but I'm going to try to accurately describe what I'm seeing on the screen. I'm seeing Metro City, right? The waterfront. Okay, here we go. Metro City waterfront. Just let Lil Wayne say the name because Logic butchered it. You know what, Money? Never mind. See, he's aggravating me now. All right. Some footage in the program used the performance mode graphic setting. Some footage in this program uses Japanese voice of the game. Footage represents a game still in development. So you know what? There's your how do I say? Your disclosure, your disclaimers.
Disclaimers, your fine print.
There's
all that.
your disclaimers. Not finished product, so suck a dick. Like, or you know what I mean? Like kick rocks, like no shoes, like the fuck off. It's performance mode, so guess what? Because guess what? When you're talking about a fighting game, especially of this caliber, moves that need to be entered in frame perfect, yeah, we want the game to look good, but guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's performance, okay? So performance mode graphic setting. And once again, I don't think they specify here what is being played on, but also one could assume that because of who has marketing rights to said game, this more than likely was pulled from a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be the likely assumption. But it could also be pulled from PC.
Like default, like it's normally what 4K 30. What performance mode
60.
means?
No, 60. It's
performance is performance.
Performance is performance. Quality is yeah.
Quality is the 4K 30. Yeah.
Love the Statue of Liberty in Metro City. Remember, Metro City is supposed to be like New York City, actual Chinatown.
But see, they're taking what they've already had in their Street Fighter games.
Yes.
They're just blowing it up. They're making it live. They're making it feel more livable.
This is
like
you're going to be able to travel.
City.
Here's Luke. Here's Luke right here. Everybody remembers?
Oh yeah. Boop. The way.
So look at the character customization.
This part is pretty cool. I'm telling you, man. The customer like the character customization. Really good. Look at this beefy ass dude.
And then so they're explaining. So you're gonna make your person, right? You're gonna get your fighter card. There's Coach Luke. I'm in. It could have been me. It's not me. But you never know. You never know. Then here's your guy. Here's your guy. You're gonna be going against. This is like my player. Like 2K.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like, all right, get in, and then boom, here's your training mode.
here's your training mode.
And what's crazy too, and our Maximilian dude, okay, who we watch. I've watched many videos of. My brother always sends me videos of him. Great, big in the fighting game community scene. He was going over the showcase, and when they get later on into the video, and so this is like training, like right over here. Some of the move sets and things that they're showing you in here and that they're trying to teach you are advanced move sets that you would basically want to know when fighting actual people online and how to do like advanced moves and stuff like that. Yeah. So just going through the single player game and learning it will give you all the basics and everything that you kind of need to help you if you ever wanted to like really play online and really get into like heavy and stuff outside of this whole, gameplay loop. But, outside of the training, they're going to have this. And then they almost have like, I don't even know what they'd call those games, but like, what is it? Oh my God, like Double Dragon, or even like that Power Rangers game back from like those side
Power Rangers. Jesus,
dude, you remember the Power Rangers game, like you know what I mean? Sega and and Super Nintendo, but like the side scrollers, even like the TMNT game, Final Fight, like where you would just side scrollers, like that's almost like kind of like how it feels, like some of these interactions and some of these fights. Because you end up fighting, I think there was one part here where you're fighting multiple people, almost like a tag system and stuff like that.
Yeah, like a tag system, yeah.
I mean, here's this part too. Like, you're going to have different masters, and the whole idea of learning different move sets from people. Like having, like, cool. Like right here, going
working
through
your way up to get the move for the new moveset, to learn that move.
Exactly. Like you're going through, you're using the moves in the.
It's like that Enter the Dragon thing, like who's like learning your move and your glow and all that stuff. That's pretty cool.
So right over here, doing the doing like an Shoryuken.
Yeah.
Right here, so Shoryuken right here to get the collectible, right?
Boom.
Right over here.
Yeah.
And then the Chun-Li, right? The Chun-Li kicks that you would learn, but then you can use them in the world. You know what this is reminiscent of? Like right over here, this open world fighting and stuff, which I guess you could avoid them too. You don't have to fight them as well. Like you could use moves and then just like run away from them. But you know what that's reminiscent of? Like Pokemon games. I got a Pokemon that has cut. I can use cut now to open up this bush, and I get to open it. You know what I mean?
I just thought of something. It like the possibilities of crossover events with their own franchises, like Resident Evil in this open space, or whatever, like what's that one game? It's what like the crossover they can have in this space with Capcom, with like having you wear like like the Resident Evil police vest or Leon's jacket, or like just things like that, content wise.
Oh, dude, your Capcom universe, all the Dead Rising, imagine Dead Rising stuff.
That's what I was thinking about.
Dead Rising stuff, just Capcom IP in general, right? Exactly. If I get some Dino Crisis shit, like dude, they could go. Remember, because you just think about how big Capcom is and stuff like that, and how many games that they have to their name. Lost Planet stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they go crazy. You could reach into the bag and pull out stuff, like you said, cosmetics and everything like that, or little abilities that you're able to use.
By the way, Capcom, if you ever listen to this pod, can we get a Lost Planet again?
Right?
Can we get that back in the universe? Can we speak that into the universe? Can we get that back? I would love.
I don't know if I want to show this, but I'm going to show it because he typed it.
What's that?
Look at Jenna.
People going to be putting photo mode, if included, to good use with Chun-Li and Cammy.
Yeah, Cammy for sure. Yo, Cammy. That's
Cammy for sure.
Come on.
Cammy for sure.
Stop. And then, but look what he put.
Chun-Li.
I'll be snapping Blanca's cheeks. Okay.
Wait, I didn't see that.
Wait. Yeah, he put it. I just said show. Look, that's kind of crazy.
I don't see it. Where?
You don't see it? I'm sorry. He said it. I hope everybody else can see it. If not, I'm exposing you, Jen. I don't care. You typed it.
Didn't see it.
I put show. Sorry, you missed it.
I laugh. Yeah.
I apologize. It's there. It's in the chat. So.
Clapping cheeks. Jenna talking American? What the fuck? What's happening?
No, I'll be snapping Blanca's cheeks. Maybe he meant clap.
Snapping Blanca.
Like taking a photo. Like taking a photo.
Snap is probably their version.
No. Snapping, like taking a photo. Like snap. Like a picture snap.
I'll be snapping
Blanca's cheeks.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Take it. I think that's a lot clearer than clapping. So I'm gonna delete when I do my editing. That portion is gonna be gone.
Yeah, man.
That would be muted. I jumped the gun on that one. All right, sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I thought Jenna was saying clapping cheeks.
I mean, listen. So honestly, like, they kind of go through different things in the showcase as well too.
Colors pop too, by the way. These colors.
Colors are crazy. And I almost get like some of these cutscenes and stuff like that too. Dare I say, I was actually getting some like DMC vibes, like Devil May Cry and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's Capcom. Yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta utilize all that right there. But this looks pretty good, man. I like the colors.
So the Battle Hub they were showing right now. Oh, Cammy. So yeah,
cool.
so just to show you right now, actually I want to go back into that. So they're gonna talk about the battle. So right here, so Square.
Battle Hub is gonna be so good.
They're using a PlayStation controller. Here's your PlayStation symbols, as well here. So this is your, because obviously marketing. But that's why you'll see this. But more than likely, they will show you. And some things were locked there as well. So yeah, so basically just having, you know, your regular.
Did they make Zangief like a lot bigger than the last time we saw him from the like the footage they showed us? He looks a lot bigger than he did like before, like the earlier footage they showed us about.
You seen this, right?
Yo, this part, yeah, I saw this. It's pretty cool, man. You can get retro.
A little on this one, yeah.
Street Fighter 6,
retros, man.
The Battle Hub. In the Battle Hub, players from around the world can get together and have fun playing games and doing other activities.
Yep, some casual gaming.
Access the cabinets on the floor to play Battle Hub and extreme battle matches and games at the Game Center.
They put games, ROM versions.
I just saw Captain Commando.
Yeah.
Oh,
yo,
God.
I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Captain Commando. That was my shit.
No, hold on.
Like a Nintendo.
How about Final Fight?
Hold
on.
Yes.
Access the
with Cody and I forgot what other characters.
I don't want to talk about Akuma because 2024. I'm pissed. Like I'm sorry. I'm pissed. It's like that. Like I don't know how they did that to me. Like you made him a fucking DLC character. Which all right, I get it. Right, it's Akuma. But 2024. 2024. I'm literally.
You gotta wait. Yeah, you gotta wait.
Which
is right around the corner.
That's my guy.
Maybe.
Yeah. Street Fighter 2 over there. Final Fight. You said Captain Commando. What is this right here? Street Fighter Alpha. Street Fighter Alpha 2. Captain Commando. I don't know what that is back there.
That's I think that back there is Strider. No, that was Sega. Strider Sega.
I don't know. Can't make it
out. I don't know what that is back there.
But Street Fighter 2 right here. That's classic, obviously. Wait, that's it. Free play. Hold on.
And games at the Game Center.
Yeah, I think you just walk up to it and play it.
Came out, tells you the date. Oh, right here. Free play unlimited credits. Version? No, right here, because it's like an actual cabinet. High score challenge. How high can you complete on a single credit? Competing. This is like a hardcore mode. Like if you had one quarter basically, and you put the quarter in like a cabinet.
Which is what we used to do back in the day.
Yeah, and then see, which is dope because that means that there's always going to be like a score thing to like compete against other people. You know what I mean? Just one other niche thing to have you going. Dude, look how far we've come. What is this?
And look, and they're giving us the actual gameplay, like the actual ROM.
Oh, how it's gonna be? Yeah.
Games at the Game Center.
Oh yeah, this is how it played on the Super Nintendo, like with the sound. You hear that freaking 8-bit sound?
Yeah. Yep.
Hadouken.
As you saw from the trailer at the beginning of the show,
that raspy
voice.
What's up, Tech?
Also duke it out.
What up, players?
Bro, look at what is
they fighting in the Battle Hub while others are playing in the arcade.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and
you know
what's cool about this is that you are the crowd. Like, if you're not fighting, you can literally be part of the crowd and watch the fight happen.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I was trying to say before. What is it? World War II. The freaking arena,
the hub they had. Yeah. Where I was able to watch 1v1s if I'm not in it, and like say I'm next, but watch you guys fight.
Dude, fighter clubs. Have a club. Gotta make a club, man. We're gonna have a club. We're gonna have a podcast club. SCP.
Mm-hmm.
Not novice onlys, cause shit. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Well, I'll have like one win maybe, and that's against like my wife.
We'll do. You know what we gotta have? We'll have a club night, STP club night. We'll get everybody in the club, and we'll try to do some. Cool. You know what I mean? Some fights and stuff like that.
Fight. It'll be fun. It won't be nothing extreme.
Nah, casual, straight up casual.
Yeah,
ain't nobody
we ain't trying to be sweats and be like the best of the best. We just for casuals, man. For fun.
For fun. For the community. Community game, or community game night.
Community game night. We gotta bring that back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Channel Eternity. I'm just looking at all the different, because I wasn't really like eyeballing it and stuff when I was watching the showcase before. I was waiting for the pod to actually like
But
really
that's
go
why
through the breakdown.
you gotta watch these type of things. You watch it live if you watch
Yo,
if
look
you
at
are
this.
into watching it live,
The
and then you gotta
continue mode.
rewatch it. Yeah.
Look at this. Continue.
Like the question mark is crazy. Continue.
Continue. Fucking Guile, bro. Look at his hair.
Gaio, that was my guy. Gaio was the guy I used to use. I used to cheese with him.
Cammy.
I used to fuck with the Sonic Boom and the Sonic Kick at the same time. Bam, bam, like a corny. Oh man, I used to cheese his moves.
Oh, you know what they got? The more realistic fight. It's no longer like your character's gonna like look all fresh and clean the whole time.
It's gonna have dynamic. What do you call it? Dynamic like sweat.
Yeah,
and,
the
and
damaging. If you
bruises
get
and
punched in
cuts.
your face, you're gonna get fucked up. Yeah, depending on how bad. Look,
I like that. That's pretty cool.
Crazy.
Like physics, the physics are like legit. If you're getting punched in the face, your face is gonna start showing the.
Look at this. This is cool too. Put the volume up here. So accessibility options
have been improved for
how
Street
close
Fighter
and far away
6.
you are.
There are sound effects that will give you the heads up on the distance between you and your opponent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Level of attacks.
I didn't hear this. I didn't see this the
Right
first
here.
time around.
That's cool.
Whether an attack hits as a cross-up or not. And also to indicate your remaining gauge. We hope that these options will let you better grasp the situation of your
That's
fight.
cool. That's really cool that they added that.
Accessibility, yeah. That noise thing, I didn't catch the first time around, but that noise thing is pretty cool.
No.
What up, 100?
Yo, what's up,
This
100?
control type, dynamic.
Oh, there's another thing too. So this was big as well. So this one I definitely wanted to touch on. So you know how Street Fighter's traditionally been like your, light punch, heavy punch, light kick, heavy kick, right?
Right.
Quarter turn
right.
and stuff like that. So a lot of other fighting games now that have come out that are just, I would say, just more newer, have kind of moved over to this like streamlined. I would even say like the Guilty Gears and things like that. Even Dragon Ball,
Right.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z and
Right.
stuff. This new fighting control scheme where it's
Only control type.
basically like
Where an
instead
AI
of light, medium, heavy or things like that,
system will
which is
perform
what
actions and
they have.
combos.
They have auto attacks. So here they're showing it here. So it's battle with AI assisted attack. So essentially you have one button for a like basic attack, a kind of special attack, and then like your kind of premium attacks. And depending on how you input them with your analog stick or how many times you press them, like if you just press the one button repetitive, it'll do a combo string without you having to input other specific buttons to do set.
It'll string them for you.
It'll string them for you. There's still, so they're actually opening this up because this is for the people that just, I don't want to enter in 17 different combinations just to get it. Yes, basically what 100's saying. They made it, they'll make it for the casual. So this control scheme specifically definitely points to like what these newer fighting games are. Although there is like complexity to figuring these out, it's definitely a lot easier to get to. So
I'll tell you what, I'll give you the point of view from me, being the casual of this genre. It's inviting me. Like I've shied away and stayed away from fighting games because I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy that'll go in there and go online and fight people and claim, to claim the fame. I don't.
Yes.
That draws me away. As a casual player, it literally deters me, that kind of game. But this game is introducing so much other stuff other than just get in there and just fight each other on ranking. It's past that they give me a hub world and little things I could do, little mini games and like all that stuff is for me. That talks to me. So because of that, I am now picking up this game because it has an element to this game that talks to me and that I can play.
Yep, and you'll be able to use that obviously for
Who knows? And I might just get into it going, oh shit, you know what? I want to fight some people now because now I feel confident. Now it introduced me. It gave me that middle ground introducing me to your world again. And
Yeah.
now, are you ready?
Wait,
If not, you can stay right here. You can stay right here in
Right.
that space. But if you're ready, we're here.
where you don't
Like,
have to input all of those, button presses and stuff to get the certain,
Correct.
you know what I mean? Like, you
Correct.
could actually, it could be easier string and stuff like that. But, and it's still up, you still got to block, there's still going to be other things as well, too,
See what Tech is saying? That's me. I'm that guy. I will go in a rank match with you and randomly press buttons while that other person's so pro at it that he's like, look at this noob, and I'm hitting him with because there's some speech in this game, like for moves,
Yes.
like wordings and stuff that I've heard other people talk about. Like, I wouldn't know this thing. Like, oh, you got to do such and such, and I'll be like,
certain
okay,
moves have to be frame perfect. This has to be frame perfect. Yeah.
Right. Like, is that B? Is that X? Which one is that?
Yes.
Hit both buttons. Am I breaking my controller to do that move? What am I doing?
Yep.
Like, it's cool that they introduce these type of modes for people like me.
Obviously, they full on practice mode as well too, to try out combo strings as well.
I live in that world. By the way, I live in that world.
Combo trials. This is
I definitely live in that world. That's me right there.
Be spending a lot of time in here as well too, if you want to get really good. And mind you too, I'll be playing on a controller. Believe me, there's gonna be a lot of people you'll run into, and I wish they actually told you inputs. I don't know if this game's actually gonna do it, but like people that use like fight sticks and stuff, because you bet your ass that's when like a lot of these people bringing out some like hoary fight sticks and shit like that, some like $200 fight sticks. You know what I mean? That's the crazy part about it. But yeah, even this whole practice mode here too, showing the damage, showing how far away, like you see like the little, it's almost like a ruler at the bottom to see like how close you actually have to be for a string or for an attack to hit. Yes. That's really like in-depth shit though. Like, maybe this doesn't speak to the casual, but even as a casual, like if you ever wanted to kind of be like, hey, like how close do I have to be for this attack when I press this button for this attack to hit? And then you could be like, okay, I'm going to stand, you know what I mean? So, which is actually pretty cool. And you can obviously make the dummy, the AI, fight back and stuff like that, block. And
oh yeah, well, you could. I think you can like change up the difficulty on the dummies and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. So they go into here. I forget.
Against other players or the computer in this mode.
Oh, team battle.
You can compete in teams.
So this is cool.
Or double style battles.
So this is dope too. So it looks like an online thing where like we might be able to go in like as a team essentially, which is pretty dope. Oh yeah, see, look, red team.
Oh, okay.
First team member.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
First team member. Yeah. Okay.
1-0, and then boom, next team. Then they fight the next person.
And then I watch you fight. Like we switch it up. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, the extreme mode. They showed this off. You see this, right?
Oh Lord Jesus,
bro, look at this gimmicks.
Already the name alone is like, oh. Wait, what is? Oh, gimmicks.
Across the stage. Or set up a rule where you have to complete the objectives displayed on your side of the screen first.
That's crazy. That's actually cool. Like custom game modes.
This will let you have fun.
This one right here. You see this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Drive parry 3 times, take no damage for 7 seconds, throws to knock down opponent, or this one here, same thing basically. Drive impact, jumping attacks, take no damage, knock down opponent 3 times, and then whoever gets their checklist done first wins.
Or set up a rule where you have
That's actually kind of crazy.
Objectives displayed on your side of the screen
counter.
Random drones show up.
I just love the details of these characters, man.
Oh no, the art style and everything.
The art style is just amazing.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe for sure.
Extreme battle can be played offline.
And it just looks like really smooth. By the way, just making sure. Yep, 1080p at 60 frames, so nobody get any ideas. Yes, there's a 4K version. No, there probably more than likely will have a 4K version. I don't have it. 1080p. 60.
If you want to play with a group,
we ain't doing all that.
Online, then creating a
just making sure.
Is the way to go.
So yeah, man. So just listen, a lot of stuff. I mean, this showcase was crazy. I mean, this was 4 days before Diablo, bro. 4 days before Diablo. Like,
it's jam, bro. It's well, this is the year for games, man. It's just games after games after game. Like there's something for everybody, and I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying this as a gamer, man. All I could do is lay back and play the games, man. It's a beautiful thing to have a backlog these days, because the backlog doesn't mean that you're not interested in the game you're playing. Just bought it, put it aside. It's just that there's too much to play. You gotta prioritize. Like you literally gotta like schedule your gaming now. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I go to work from this time to this
Yeah.
time.
That is.
I'm off these days. I could do this, and then even with all that being said, you have to compete with like when you get online and you hit up your party chat group, and now they want to play something like a multiplayer game. You're like, I just really want to play this.
Yeah.
Like like what do I do? Do I tell them I want to play it? Like it's one of those things, man. It's the balancing of these games, but it's a beautiful issue to have. I would say
For
like
sure.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I have on the stream here demos available now if you have a PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. All platforms available April 26th, which is actually this week.
I told you, brother. I hopefully downloaded it.
Do you know if there was a pre-download available?
I don't know if there was a pre-download available. Wait,
was
there? I think there was. Because they announced it on Twitter. There was a pre-download.
Okay, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I can't wait to see the gameplay that comes out of this from that demo.
Yeah, literally fill in the blanks with tech. That's funny. I want to play X game, but crap, there's a game in Game Pass that just came out, but this game on sale. But look, another Game Pass game I was looking forward to. Never, bro. That's facts, man. That's
I am now conditioned to look at Game Pass and go, is it coming to Game Pass?
Yeah.
Like, I hate being that guy, but I am that guy. Like, is it a Game 100%. Pass? Is it on Game Pass? Because it's like, with the limited funding I have to make sure that whatever game I get is something I want to play.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm very vocal about. I don't care about reviews. I don't do things like that. I don't take it seriously. Not that I'll change my tune a bit. Not that I don't care for it. I don't use it as my tool.
Right.
To tell me buy this game, don't buy this game. I use it more like let me look at the graphics, stuff like that. Let me see how it plays. But like I trust my gut feeling. But even that sometimes I get it wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Now I'm that gamer. Like, is it on Game Pass? Yeah. I'm the annoying the annoying fucking cousin. Is it on Game Pass?
It's on Game Pass.
Like, boy, that game sounds awesome. Is it on Game Pass?
That's crazy, man. But yeah, that's Street Fighter 6, dude.
Yeah. That looks beautiful.
Yeah, so demo for everyone in 3 days, out now. Demo out now for PS4, PS5.
This is what 2nd. I get for fucking trying to multitask. I'm over here trying to redeem points to get a Walmart card so I can buy like a pizza because I'm hungry. And I redeemed a freaking gift card for Xbox. Like,
oh shit!
That's what I wanted.
Damn it!
Fuck that up. Oh, let me redeem other points for Walmart.
Do it again.
Okay, yeah, do it again. Do it again. At least I can get me a damn fight of the game. Whatever.
Yeah, man.
Fuck that up. I'm still having flashbacks to Wolong. Yeah, Wolong. You already know Wolong was a great game for me. Solid. Yeah, but that's Street Fighter, man. Street Fighter 6. I think Timber had said something. Let me see. He said something earlier that I wanted to like touch up on.
Let me see. What did he say?
Scroll back here. Not Bass Blue. He said something before that.
I saw furries, but I don't know. Somebody was talking. Shit was getting crazy. I kind of.
Oh, X Defiant. We'll talk about that later. X Defiant. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna touch on that.
That's part of the end more.
That's the end more part of our pod.
That's the end more part. Is it 5? It's 5:30 Eastern time right now. We're an hour and a half into the show. We've gotten through some topics, some good topics, some fun topics.
Yeah.
Now let's get into the. Listen, I gotta frame this. I know this news came out weeks ago.
Oh, you want to frame it? Yeah. Go ahead, set this up.
This news came out last week. If you guys know me and follow me on Twitter or even listen to this pod, you know us. We love to hold off on any kind of opinion, especially on social media because it can get wild. We love holding off on opinions, and we like sharing our views and point of views and opinions on our pod because it's more of a focal point where we can literally talk the nuances of the conversation discussions rather than it being a 240 character tweet where it doesn't lend to the emotion of it or where's it coming from, that kind of stuff. But I like to hold off on any kind of knee-jerk reaction, any kind of reaction to anything, especially when it becomes a reaction that's part of an echo chamber, one way or the other. With that being said, we know we're late to the game when it comes to this game, but we're gonna talk about Redfall, and I guess the announcement of it coming on May 2nd, not being delayed, right? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, if you look at the screen, I put something up, I think.
So I guess. Oh well, you know what? There you go. So I'll read the tweet. So I guess we're flipping tables because Redfall is launching at 4K 30 frames on the X Series X, by the way. I just want to know, where was the outrage when influencers were flown out to play the game on the X? Was the game not locked at 30 then? PC day one for me, Series X when the update hits. My sentiments exactly. I do have a working PC. I can only speak for people who have PCs or myself who has a PC that can work this game. If the 30 frames per second is an issue for me on day one, I can always play it on PC. But here's the thing, and here's my opinion. When it comes to the 30 frames versus 60 frames per second talk, I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of it comes because we see it in our faces on social media.
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
only voicing that opinion loudly because that's the conversation that's happening and being moved on social media. We've been gaming 30 frames per second for a long time. If your gripe is I paid $500 for a machine to do what the machine told me it was going to do and it's not doing it, that's one gripe. That's a separate discussion. But when you're saying things like the game is garbage, it's trash, unfinished, not a finished product, I'm not playing it because it's not finished, delay the game, that's when I have to pump the brakes and look at the individual tweeting stuff out like that and see what their history is on tweets
Yeah.
or on social media. I gotta also see what game history they got. Do they play games like this? Because it comes down to that. When we see somebody's opinion, you got to do your on anything research. Because just a couple of weeks ago, we were downing IGN for the horrible gameplay they shown. Even myself, I was like, wow, why did they show this horrible gameplay like that? And we were on their asses for it, right? It's gonna be the game of the year. What are you guys talking about? We were on that. And then we get told it's 30 frames per second. All of a sudden, the game is not game of the year no more. It's garbage. It's hot trash. It's unfinished.
Yeah.
It's things like that disconnect me from the gaming community, not the gaming community, from the Twitter gaming side of things,
Yeah.
because it's disingenuous.
Yeah.
You know, it's jumping on a singular thing without allowing an open conversation discussion to happen. I can sit here and tell you I'm okay with 30 frames. That other side with the 60 frames is gonna attack me. Somebody can sit there and say, "Nah, I'm about the 60 frames. I can't do 30." The 30 frame crowd will attack the 60. Why? Like, if I want to play it, if I have no problem with it, let's have a discussion about it. Why do you think it should be only in 60 and only in 60? If you have that discussion with me, let's have a discussion. But to attack each other on such a smallish, detailish thing, like not everybody owns a what do you call that? LG,
LG
or
C
Samsung QLED or
LG
LG.
CS2 HDMI 2.1.
Right. Not everybody owns these type of freaking TVs, man. I play on a monitor. I don't own these type of TVs. I don't know what Logic owns, but most of my gaming family.
I'm on a 2K TN panel, 2K
Right.
100,
But most of you
165
guys,
TN panel.
most of you guys, my gaming family has recently upgraded to those things. It's not something that's readily available because, oh, new gen, new TV, I have to get it. No, we don't live in that world. We are still gaming. Literally, they're still. If you watch streamers, the professional, they're still doing what, 2K?
There's gamers that barely,
2K
barely, because you got 1080p, monitors at like 240 hertz and 360 hertz. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. So because the games that they're playing prefer frames and performance over, but then that's always the question. I think here on the pod too, and specifically me, I've always been a performance over, looks and fidelity.
Yeah.
But it depends on the game. Like, I don't know. I mean, this type of game here, I'm gonna, once again, we're gonna wait to hold judgment because we didn't fly out to fucking LA to play this game. I'm just gonna say it like that.
You didn't get the invite. I didn't get the invite.
Bro, I didn't get the fucking invite. And even if I got the invite, I don't know if I would have signed an NDA that said I couldn't talk about certain aspects of a game. I understand the reason why people get flown out because it's a common practice in the industry. But the problem being, unfortunately, is that people put out, once again, there was a list of videos when the embargo got lifted and everybody started talking about Redfall in general because here's the big marketing push. The game was coming out in basically a month and a half, 2 months, right? And so here's a big marketing push. And it's like, wow, yeah, game, a lot of fun, and what I played it on and stuff like that. But then not a lot of specifics on, well, what did you actually play it on? Were you playing on Xbox dev kits? Were you playing on like a mid-range PC? Like certain details being left out of certain individuals like gameplay experiences. So then when the information comes out when they tweet one morning, and this is what we talk about when me and you had the conversation earlier today, and we said, you know what probably happened? They needed to hit that checklist of like, yo, can we get this game to 60 FPS on console
Absolutely,
before,
there's a checklist of
gold?
these things that
Right.
happen before it goes
And
gold. That's one of them.
yeah, and you know that no, they couldn't do it before they could make this game gold. And then the next part will be like, well, how could you make this game gold if it's not 60? I mean, it's 60, and more than likely it's going to be 60 on PC. But even if it's not, I mean, once again, the type of game, yes, I would want a first-person shooter to, of course, be at 60 frames now, because that's just like, I guess you would say like a standard for a first-person shooter for it to be fluid and stuff. But the way we consume media and the type of game that it is as well too, it basically being a single player experience that you can play co-op with your friends and the shooting and stuff, it's gonna feel like, I think the game will still probably play good and feel good at 30, and yes, it'll feel better once it is at 60 on console for people. But I don't know if it's really gonna diminish that much of a gameplay for you to just be like, I'm not going to play it. But it is well within everybody's right to be like, I'm not touching it.
Dismissing the gameplay because it's not on 60 frames is a problem for me. Like you're dismissing everything prior to the lead up to now knowing that's 30 frames.
Yeah.
When I understand 30 frames may not be your cup of tea, and that's not a wrong opinion at all. It's not if that's not how you want to play, it's not a wrong opinion. That's not how you want to play. But to shit on the game entirely and say it's not. It's not going to be a good game.
Not up to a standard.
Now,
and by the way, let's fucking delay it and yo, fuck PC people, right? Because then there's
unless you work for this developer, there's no way you should say the game is unfinished. You don't know what's behind the scenes at all. That opinion is wild to me. Like, oh, it's unfinished. How so? Did you work with them? Are you working with them? Like, have you been in this field to know exactly what the checklist is of what makes this game gold? Literally, the way I sat back and divulged this information was, and I told you this before we went live, they probably were pushing really hard to get that 60 frames out, and they couldn't on time, and they waited long enough to say, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna ship it at 30, we're gonna tweet that out, ship it at 30,
and we're talking 4K 60, by the way, too. We're not talking 1080p at 60 frames. We're talking 4K at 60 on your console, on your Xbox Series X. Like, that's what we're actually discussing here.
The thing is that the double talk gets me a lot, because it's like, it needs to be 4K, it needs to be 60 frames. It's unfinished, but then that same sentence, though, it'll be an opinion that's like, oh, I'll even take 1080p at 60. So it's not unfinished at that point. I don't get what you're saying. So it's unfinished because you don't get your 60, but it's unfinished because you get your 60, or it's finished because you get your 60, but it's at 1080p. Yeah. Like, which one is it? Like, what's your foundation here? Like, and that's my gripe. It's like, I want 60. You want 60. We've always been about the performance side of things. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like the game's gonna be hot trash because it's 30 frames per second.
And as a PC user, I'm sorry, I'm gonna come out for the PC player base. It's like, you know what? Like, yeah, I own the Xbox Series X now, but as the exclusive PC user before I had my Series X, I was like, nah, fuck that. Like, I want every game that I possibly can on Game Pass when it's ready to go. If this game is coming out in May, I want to play it in May. And yeah, no, it sucks that it's not going to run at 4K 60 on Xbox, but it's still going to run. It's still going to come out. You know what I mean? But it also, too, it's not the same experience.
Are we pretending that the Xbox Series X and S's are going to chug along with this game?
That's what I'm saying.
Chug along?
That's what I'm saying.
Understand.
Like, I don't... right. And so that's why it's a crazy narrative. So, you know, we saw all that. It's a crazy narrative. Honestly, and also, too, I think some of it also is a little bit of false outrage as well, because I think people go and err on the side of, like, no, this is first party, no, this is AAA, no, this needs to be, and it's like, I hear all that, and I really do. I really hear all that, and I'm like, yeah, I guess there should be a standard and stuff like that. But I mean, I
take that with a grain of salt, because a game like Redfall, yes, it's first party now, but remember, this game was being developed multi-console.
Yeah, and I'm not shooting. I don't want to shoot bail, but it's like, yo, like, what are we trying to expect from a game like this? Like, you know, I want smooth gameplay and stuff like that, but it's like, it's a single player fucking looter shooter. Like,
well, you got that side of the community that's gonna want a game to compete against the other side. That's all that, like, their argument is more so of that side, the fanboy argument. Like, oh, I need it to be good so I can brag about it to that side of the community.
And unfortunately, that's where we
play
fall
games
into.
to let it entertain us. Like,
correct.
I don't know about you. I know about you. But for me, when I play a game, I want it to entertain. I can care less if it doesn't meet the standards of what consoles should be right now.
Yeah.
If your gameplay loop is tight, your controls are tight,
Yeah.
that story mode or multiplayer is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You sold me. I forgot. I played
Yo.
Gotham Knights, one of the best games I played this year. Or was it last year or this year? One of the best games I
Kills.
played. I love Gotham.
Kills, you played
30 frames.
Kills, you played Destiny 1. Okay.
I played Destiny 1
You played
on 30
Destiny 1,
frames.
arguably one of the better, if not one of the best FPSs to come out in the 2010 to 2020 fucking generation, okay? And people will swear by it. Even now, Destiny 2, the shooting mechanics, say what you will about Destiny and the grind and how you feel about the game, but the shooting in that game holds up true. Why? Bungie. That game was at 30 FPS on console. What the fuck?
Unfortunately, the thing is that the box description says 60K or 4K 60 120 or whatever it says, and people are like, oh, but you promised me this. It's like,
Yeah.
I didn't promise you every game was gonna be 120, or is
Yeah.
that something you just want to pass over and act like that's ignored? And I'm not trying to compare it to games like, I don't take it from
Well, that's why I just joked around about
he's being funny.
Yeah,
But it's like I'm not talking about the past gaming. Obviously,
know.
the technology has advanced, obviously, but I'm talking about relevant games today. Gotham Knights and
Yes.
Plague's Tale.
Yeah.
A Plague Tale was 30 frames per second or 45 or something like that. It was something like of that number.
Yes.
I enjoyed those games because I allowed myself to play. At a certain point, are you wanting to play a game for the experience, entertainment about it, or are you wanting to play a game just to brag about it and say, look at my screenshot and look at my videos. It looks beautiful,
Yeah.
and I can brag about it. Like that's the separation I have with when it comes to gaming. You've got to allow yourself. When did we be? Okay, here it is. Here's my rant. When did we become adults when it comes to gaming? When did we become that person that hates and critiques every game we buy? When did we become that? Because for me, gaming is a hobby. It's always been a hobby. So when I spend my money on any game, $60, $70 now, Game Pass or whatever it is, I go in there thinking it's a hobby. This money was set aside for this hobby. It's not going to ruin anything on this side of my life, my bills and all that stuff. So I'm spending $70 on this game because I can, right? That's the hobby part.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to let it entertain me. Oh, I don't like it. Okay, then I put aside until maybe it patches or maybe somewhere down the line. Because we've all experienced this. There's games in the past that were not for us in the past, including myself. And I dare say, Elden Rings, that years later, I'm going, shit, I like this kind of genre. But I didn't like this years later.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing. Put it
Yeah.
away for a little bit and play it later on.
Yes.
But this notion of I have to critique every single thing about a game when it comes out,
Yeah.
that's not being a gamer. That's just you being a critic. And we hate IGN for that type of shit. Like, we are literally every day on IGN and any mainstream media that posts any kind of critique on a game. We're on their shit all day long, but we've become that. The
Yeah.
gaming community has become exactly that. We critique
Well, and at least what's
everything that comes out.
And it's tough to like group the gaming community together. And when we say gaming community, we're just saying the ones that actually are vocal on the internet,
Right.
like
Yeah, the ones that are vocal
the ones that are vocal on
social.
the internet. Because gaming community in general, because for as many people that are complaining that this isn't launching at 4K 60 on the consoles, like on Xbox Series X in May 2nd. There's probably just as many people that are like, nah, it's on game, I'm playing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna play it, or they're the other suit where they didn't have to vocalize that they're not gonna play it, and they're not pitchforks in hand like, goddamn you, Phil, you lied to me. They're just like, all right, I guess I'll wait until it gets updated. Sad, but whatever. Such is life. Oh, but it was a Game Pass game that I technically, if I'm in the ecosystem anyway, and I already subscribed to Game Pass, I didn't have to pay for. So I can just play it whenever I want to because I'll just always have it available. Because then there's that fucking part to it too. But it's like,
isn't that what we've been? Isn't that we've been cheating all along with Game Pass? I can try these games out. Then go ahead and now you have that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to.
Now
pay
you got the demo.
$70.
You don't got to pay for it. You could download
You don't have
it.
to pay shit.
If you don't like playing it at 30, uninstall that shit. Wait till it gets the 60 FPS update. Call it a day. See ya.
And I'll circle back to probably wrap it up with this because I don't want to stick on it too long.
No, that's it.
Yobi said this, and I want to bring this up too. I know it depends on the game. I'm saying they might have statistics showing majority of console gamers are using 4K 30.
Oh, you bet
if
your
you
ass
guys
they
don't
got
already
numbers.
know, I don't know if they still do that today. I'm pretty sure they do with the analytics they have now. But when back then, when I was working for EA, there was always statistics and showing support for what they were trying to accomplish as far as quality, performance, gameplay loop, whatever. Like whatever that was, a checklist they go into, like a test. Like what do they call these things? I forgot the name, what they named them, but they grabbed group of people from outside, from the group, from the streets. They brought them in. They don't tell them what game it is. We just sat them down and then have them play the game, fill out a survey.
Put a controller in front. They don't tell you the company or whatever like that. They just kind of sit. Yeah.
One of those questions, or some back then, was simply, what do you game on? What kind of TV or monitor do you own?
Yeah.
These are things they go in when they make a game. They go in with these kind of information. They don't go blindly and go, you know what, we're gonna fuck over the crowd at 60 frames and only do 30 frames. There's probably statistics that they have that kind of,
dude.
It not, what's the word I'm looking for? It ensures it supports.
It's no different than Steam right now, when Steam literally scans your PC and tells you, and they know
what are they playing
right
on?
now. Majority of the people, Steam users right now, don't game on a monitor higher than 1080p.
No.
Majority of PC users that have Steam accounts, and we're talking millions of people, do not have higher than a 1080p monitor.
If we really want 60 frames to be a standard in the industry, which it won't be for a while, in my opinion.
Well,
you want it to be standard.
For console, you mean? For console, you're talking about
for console.
Yeah.
You want go lobby the damn Samsungs and your Toshibas and your LGs to let them know these prices are insanely high and make them more affordable so people can go out there and get them.
Yeah, outside of Black Fridays and stuff like that.
Outside of Black Fridays, go lobby them so that it can be more affordable for those who can't.
Make 4K 120 hertz TVs more affordable for the general.
Because you have it, don't mean I have it. That's not how it works. It's just what was available to you is not available to me, and we've got to understand that. At a certain point, this game became: do we want to make this available to everybody to play on any kind of today's monitor that's more major than minority, or do we just want to isolate that and alienate that and go ahead and just bring in the 4K 60 frames crowd? We can do that later on with a patch, right? So it's like it's this whole inclusion talk that Xbox has been doing for so long. It's an inclusion talk, but that's my take on it. That's my gripe. That's my toxic, or whatever you want to call it. That's my rant on what I have when it comes to Redfall. I'm over it. I don't know about you, Logic.
I'm gonna install it. I'm gonna install it on my PC. I'm gonna load it up. I'm gonna see what it's about, like, just so I have some grounds on it to obviously talk about it. I know you're gonna play it, obviously, when it comes out on the 2nd, and mess around with it. And I'm sure we'll have a pod and we'll talk about our experience with it. And then we'll get to compare notes, because I'll get to tell you the PC perspective, or tell everyone on the pod the PC perspective. You'll get to give the perspective from a Series X, and then we could fucking compare notes and see like what we're talking about once again. But it's still biases, because it's still our opinions, our gameplay thing, and such. And what I view as a gamer, what I play as a gamer, is much different than everybody else. I don't expect everybody to think and be like me, but hey, it's just what it is,
It's funny because we're having this discussion about Redfall. And I'm looking at the chat.
Nah, chat's off the rails.
There's some side conversation about
where's money now with the moderation? We need moderation. I'm not paying attention.
Where's the moderation? No,
where's my moderation?
We will be playing this game when it comes out.
Yes.
I'll either play it on my console or PC, depending on what it is. For all we know, the 30 frames is baked in really well, and it's gonna play. Like I said, I played Gotham Knights. I played it to the point where I didn't even notice the frame rate drop is worthy. Like, there's games out there we're playing that we're not noticing it. That are not as popular as Redfall or Destiny or Halo or whatever it is, so it doesn't get the exposure that these games have. So we don't have that rage for those games because it's not in our radar. But there's plenty of games out there that we're not playing that are at 30 frames per second that are gems. That are gems. We just don't play them because the narrative today is it needs to be 60 frames or nothing.
Or I'm not touching it.
Or I'm not touching it. I get it. That's your opinion. If that's how you game, that's how you game.
I don't play
League. I unfortunately don't want to miss out on games. I don't want to miss out on any great title that comes out just because it's 30 frames, especially when they're promising me a patch.
It's okay, Kills. I quit out of League of Legends matches if I'm not getting 400 frames a second.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your standard. There you go. You set your bar.
Just my standard,
You set the bar.
Yes.
Like I said, there's no wrong opinion here. Whether you want 60 frames or don't want 60 frames, that's definitely valid.
And we're gonna know really fucking soon. Okay, like literally next week. We're gonna know.
Next week, was it Tuesday? The May 2nd.
May 2nd. Yeah, we're gonna know really soon. What all the fuss is about. Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna know very soon who's holding to the high standards of either I'm a 60 frame or I'm a 30 frame. We're gonna see that really soon.
Let's see. Hold on. Should I get the quote ready now? Well, see, looking back at this, maybe I was a little too harsh.
Maybe I was a little too harsh.
On my So I'm gonna do the mea culpas now. We're actually gonna have a set of mea culpas ready, and then it'll just be like insert. It'll be like person's name at the
You know what we
top,
should
and then
do?
I'll have the statement ready for it.
We have one more pod before launch, right? We have one more pod before. I think next week we should have a list ready of all the
Yeah,
mea culpas,
yeah, the
and
mea culpas.
then have the chat go vote for which is like the one that's gonna
The
come
one
out.
that we're gonna see the most.
Oh,
Yep.
the most, yes.
Yep.
Because it's gonna happen. It's gonna be one of those. Oh, you know what? I was too rough. I was too rough.
But I was too rough. But beyond. But this game should be 60 though, and then you gotta put.
Yeah.
But this game should be 60. But
you're gonna get the ones that are gonna double down.
But
you're gonna get
yeah,
this game is shit. They're gonna play this on offline mode. They're gonna go offline and play this on a whole different account, so that you don't see the achievements pop up. And then they're gonna be like, "Yo, this game sucks. Still, I told you it should have been 60." And they're playing it on the other account. It happens, man.
Love it.
Wait, $20? I got them. Wow.
GameFly. Yo, GameFly still a thing, Tech? What the fuck?
GameFly's a thing.
Damn it. That's crazy.
I had that like years ago.
Crazy.
Do they still take forever to ship you games, Tech? Because they took one of the reasons why I left them is because they took forever to ship games. Like
that's funny.
And I mean, like, not new. I'm not talking about new releases. I'm talking about like stuff that's been out for months. And I'm like, all right, let me put that on my queue. I want that. And it's like shipping in 2 weeks. Like, huh? Yeah. What do you mean two? There's 2 sequels out already. I just want the first one in 2 weeks. And then they ship it, and it takes like, and literally, I got a Florida plant out here for game. At that time, there was a Florida, what do you call that? A processing center?
Yeah.
A distribution center out in Florida. I think it was like Orlando. Like literally 30 minutes from me. And it still took from shipping, took 2 weeks to get to me.
Oh, week's not bad. Week's not bad for physical copies. I gotta check back.
2 weeks to get well, remember, you're paying this on monthly subscription, so you get one game,
but like
2 games a month.
Well, no, for the shipping. I'm saying now. I'm not speaking that. I'm just saying now, because Tech just said GameFly has great sales. It arrives in a week.
They did. Back then they did. I don't know about now, but yeah, they definitely had some great sales back then, especially because they're pre-owned.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just funny. It's like just hearing them, like around, like still actually around doing things. It's like it's the same thing like seeing like a red box. Like I know there's a reason for it. It's there.
I've seen one the other day. I'm like, there's a red box.
Yeah. But I guess that's just the elitist in me thinking like everybody has like broadband, like high-speed broadband internet, and just streams everything
with my snobbish commentary.
Yeah, that's my elitism. Like, ooh, I guess I'll just play Redfall on my PC. Right? That's how I fucking sound, I guess. Anyways, you ready for the N more section real quick before we get the fuck out of here?
N more section. We could talk about X Defiant because that seems to be. I played couple of hours of it.
Yeah.
And I have my point of view on it, or my opinion on it.
Let me get it real quick. Let me get it, please.
Yeah, and I told you this before we went online or live.
Yeah.
All right. So X Defiant, for those who don't know, it's a Ubisoft game made by the directors of these games are going to be are the people from, or one person, I believe.
It's one of the old game directors from COD Studio.
COD, like the actual Modern Warfare days.
Was he? I forget where he was from.
I forgot which one it was, but it was one of those OG ones. This isn't like a Wesson
Zampella that fucking goes and starts like Respawn over at EA. This is like it makes Titanfall one of the better FPS shooters.
Expectations being kept, timid. This is not like it's it's Ubisoft produced by Ubisoft.
Yeah,
it's made by an ex COD creative director.
Yes,
I forgot who it was. I forgot what game it was.
I forgot what he was involved with. But yes,
and it's a free to play game.
It's
so
also
check.
There are COD pros that are heavily involved in the development of this game.
That's true. Yes, there's a lot of pros that are literally like from won championships and won money, prize money and pots and all that. They are working hand in hand with these
developers
guys to make sure
yes,
that this game comes out top notch. And
we're talking about ranking systems from the jump. Everything that they wish that Call of Duty titles launched with, like
all that out the window.
Out the window. Certain things that just made classic Call of Duty fun. And then we get to, okay, well, how does the game actually play? And also, free-to-play game, that's another thing. Free-to-play game, it's going to be a lot heavy on cosmetics and stuff. And all the weapons, no funky weapon names. M4s, vectors, like every weapon name is a real...
yes, I appreciate that.
ACR,
M16,
ACR, M16.
They have that, yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Like, I don't understand why it's a thing that we can't have those names anymore. Or maybe it's the fact that these guys are not... because COD is so big that the industry wants them to pay the money. Like, you got the money, pay it.
Right.
Where these guys are new to the game, so it's like, nah, we're good. It's a lower price. Just go ahead and use the name rights. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
So I played the alpha and I can't talk about it because it was like NDA. I remember I told you
At
about a
the time,
couple.
yeah.
This was
Yep.
like last year actually that I got in. I played it NDA, so I don't want to be stupid about it. Not to say like, oh, Ubisoft's listening, but just I don't want to fucking chance it. Anyways, played it. Can't talk about it, but that played the beta now. I honestly got my small playtime that I got in playing it. Like the shooting feels cool. The movement it feels fluid and stuff, but there's something about the idea and what they're trying to say and what people are these like purists, these Call of Duty purists are trying to say is like, oh, this movement is God tier. This is what Call of Duty should have been. And like Kills was saying before, like and he said this off stream, we were talking about this. This shouldn't be something that you're comparing to. Like we would love for this game to stand on its own, but unfortunately because it's trying to come into a space that's heavily dominated by like this one main title, it needs to be like, well, you see, like, remember like classic Call of Duties when you used to be able to fucking run around, slide around, and do all this cool stuff and use these cool weapons and stuff. It's gotta like niche on, it's gotta grab onto that to be able to say, hey, we're doing all of that now, but then we're doing this funky like Overwatch, thing kind of, so we have like abilities and power-ups and stuff, but it's not like over the top, but we go camo and healing and flamethrower, like, you know what I mean? So it's got all of this stuff going on in this supposedly grounded shooter. And yeah, the movement's cool and stuff like that, but I think it's a little too much. I think the hopping around is a little too excessive. There's almost like no stamina bar. It's like infinite fucking running,
That's
so
that's my worry. I played a couple of
yeah,
hours of this, and my worry is exactly that. I understand that you're trying to cater to that crowd that's anti COD right now, and that they want the movement in the game. They want no SBM. I get all of that.
exactly.
It's just I don't know how much of a talking point the developers want these guys to say on Twitter, but it almost seems like every popular streamer that has played COD that has shit on it for the last few years is now, oh, this is the COD killer. This is the one that's COD should pay attention. COD, look at the map design. COD. It's like I need this game to stand on its own. I've been there and done that. We've all been there, done that with the Halo versus COD versus Battlefield, Halo versus Killzone.
Yeah.
We've been there. This is the Halo killer. This is the COD killer.
Yeah.
We've been there. It's no longer that. COD is not a video game. I said this earlier. COD is no longer a video game. It's literally a brand. And if my mother knows what Call of Duty is, even though she's not a gamer, or my great aunt knows what Call of Duty is, even though they're not a gamer, it's no longer a video game. It's a brand.
Yep.
Like literally, when you talk, oh, I play video game, or you play Call of Duty, is what they're saying because that's the only thing they know. Because it's such a brand, right?
Yep.
Or Minecraft, or whatever else you want to put into that topic. But this game, for the 2 hours I played, solid. I like it. There's some work to be done as far as latency and lag and that kind of stuff. It is beta.
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't know if this is on purpose because it's beta, but there's no auto aim at all for console. Aim assist, sorry. No aim assist at all for console. So I don't know if it's turned off purposely or it's not going to be included or it's going to be included. I don't know what's going on there.
Well,
I don't follow that.
I think that might also be from like the pro input and stuff, only because like aim assist especially the latest Call of Duty is super sticky. The game, like literally, if you play on controller, I don't know if you're even playing aim assist now in current more recent Call of Duties has become a joke only because it just feels like the game is kind of just doing for you. Just hold L trigger.
It pulls you to the damn. Yeah. It's over.
It's a little
overcorrecting.
Tuned in too much, unfortunately.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they did that. Like that's what placated to the casuals. Everybody's got the gunny now. Now it's just a matter of movement, like what actually separates you. You know what I mean? Can you hold the right stick a little bit higher? Maybe get headshot multipliers, or whatever. So yeah, so it might be a little bit of that as well, just to kind of keep everybody on a somewhat even playing field, so to say. But yeah, so I'll see what's going on. Once again, free to play, so I wasn't interested in buying it. It is Ubisoft, so I always have my doubts with them. Unfortunately, unless it's Assassin's Creed, because then I really don't have a doubt, because at least they don't kind of screw that up. Until they do screw it up, which I don't know if they will. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things, and yeah, free to play. So I'll definitely give it a whirl.
Free to play.
When it comes out, so I can't be mad at that.
For me.
Yeah, exactly. Free to play. So can't be mad at it. It'll be cool to maybe dump in, maybe when like all the seasons are out with the Call of Duties and stuff, and there's nothing really to grind for. Maybe dip in over here, play some stuff. Though,
if another Vanguard style type of game comes out from the Call of Duty side of things, I'll be definitely play this.
Like a more.
I can't do that no more.
For sure. For sure.
But the movement, I don't know if it's truly or not. There's a lot of people posting the movement, and it's like, oh, this is back in the Call of Duty days. I don't know how young they are. But the Call of Duty replay they didn't have
They
that.
never
People
move
forget
like that. Yeah.
COD 4, BO2, BO1, BO3 until the jetpacks introduced was not that kind of movement.
Yep.
It felt fast, but not until FOV got introduced to these games on the console side, introduced to this game, or things like slide canceling and all that. Until that got introduced, movement was stiff. It was always stiff. So when they go, oh, this brings you back to the OG Call of Duty days, I gotta ask what age group they're in, because there's no way.
Look at this meme. Somebody posted that this is the one I wanted to pull up. Movement is not a skill gap. Laughed my ass off. Welcome to X Defiant. This is one of the clips that I saw. Peep this clip.
Oh, Danny. Yes.
Look at this.
I think yeah. Yeah, look at this. Dude, you're wiggling your mouse.
See ya. He's on Pete. Like, you know what I mean?
Done. Like, oh my
See
God.
Ya.
That's
There's
what
music
I'm
playing
about.
in the background. That's why I have it muted right now. But he goes in, he tries to play it. Look.
Yo.
Yeah, I guess this is fun.
Call me old, or I mean, I still, I don't know if you play with me on COD. I still have my movement as much as I can. I still have my reaction time that's fairly quick for my age group. But that right there, that's just you wiggling your controller stick or your mouse.
Look.
You're not shooting at nobody. You just
trying to get melees, couldn't get it. He ends up dying.
You realize you're still standing in the same spot wiggling your camera. That's not movement. That's just movement. To me is like sliding and getting quicker to from point A to point B.
He doesn't even finish the fight. He
does it. Yeah. Just fucking leaves.
He literally just said, "Nah, I'm out."
Yeah, I saw this clip. Yeah. But this is the shit that people want to see. Is like, oh, movement's back. That's not movement, guys. That is not movement. And unfortunately, what that does is for people, for gamers of FPSs that's been on COD for years, like me myself, it turns me off. It's one of those like, look away. I can't do that. That's not move. I gotta have some tactical, like, move here, move there. For me, movement means climbing over, mantling quicker, sliding and canceling that out. That's movement to me. The reload animation that fucking COD took out, where now I have to wait for the whole reload to happen.
Yeah.
For me to shoot a bullet again, that needs to be taken out. That's part of movement. That's movement to me. Yeah, but X Defiant looks like it's promising. It looks like the developers are putting their heart and soul into it. They're like investing in the pro gamers that's play tournaments and everything on the COD side.
Mm-hmm.
They're lending a hand on what feedback they're giving them. I just wish they would give them talking points where it tones down the whole. This is the COD killer.
And they might, once again, this is beta, so they might actually close beta. So they might, not an open. They might actually tone this down by the time an open beta comes out. Maybe they tone down some of this, add some stamina back, you know what I mean, and chill it out a little bit. So
and because my fear is talking it up so much that you set a bar to the point where it's like it's not gonna meet that expectation because everybody that's not developing this game has put it in a level of height that it's not gonna meet. And I'm hoping the developers, I'm sure there's probably a marketing ploy for them to get all eyes on this game right now, and everybody like download it and play it because it is being streamed and viewed by many right now. It is. I'm not gonna take that away from it. But I just hope it's not just something they're doing. These people are playing it because I need something different and expect this to be the replacement of COD.
Yeah, anybody.
And I don't say it as a fanboy bullshit. I don't. Everybody knows I love COD. That's my franchise. I get it, but I'm saying it because I want competition for COD. So I want this to stand on its own, so it can potentially become the competition COD desperately needs. That's what that's my point of view. So, but no, X Defiant is free to play, and I will be playing that. I will be.
True. Tech. Big question: is it coming out for Switch? Switch for the win. True.
I don't know if they signed a 10-year agreement.
With
Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't know if Ubi could afford to actually have it.
I don't know. I don't know. Especially, it looks like they're needing that money right now. They're bleeding because that what is that UB Plus that came out for the console?
Please.
Not it.
Listen, we're kind of we normally keep this. I was gonna say I'm good if you're good on that one. I have a phone call I need to make. So
I'm good. That's it.
Yeah.
I actually have food I need to put in my system.
We're actually, and then I do want to end it with this. So next week we are more than likely leading off with Division Heartland gameplay impression. So they
Yes.
did like a little gameplay breakdown. We're actually gonna cover that. We meant to talk about it today, didn't get it in, but that's fine. We're actually gonna cover it next
Next
week.
week we'll be talking about that, some Star Wars because they will
Yeah,
be
Star
released.
Wars for sure.
Playing some Star Wars. We'll be talking about
100%.
that. Those are our lead-ins for next week, in you know, in case something else happens. But we do expect that. Is it CMA supposed to have something this
Yeah,
week?
we'll see. Yeah. So you know, some news maybe tomorrow, maybe this week, and stuff like that. But we'll see if we get any more updated information on that end as well too, because we're getting close. April's almost done. Another what, 7 more days, 7, 8 more days? I forget. 30 or 31 days.
What, 30 days in April? Yeah, we got
30
like
days. Yep.
a week
30 days.
and
Yep.
some
7.
days.
Yep. 6. 6.5 days left. So
Oh no,
give or
6.5 days. Never mind. Yeah,
Yep.
it's the last week.
Yep. Last week.
Yeah, our next pod will be the last pod for April. Yeah, so there you go.
That's right.
And then on to Redfall.
And on to Redfall. Yep. So, but yeah, man. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, I have a loop-de-loop for you guys, so I can end the show with this. When in regards to Redfall, the whole tethering thing, do what I do. I always do 2 save options, one for co-op, or two files, one for co-op and one for single. So this way, I'm not like, if I'm playing single, I have my own file on single, and I'm playing co-op, I'll play co-op and not worry too much about what I'm progressing on. So I do that a lot. So other than that, that's my tip for you guys today. Who's this? We can all agree that COD and number 2 is the best looking game on Xbox and PS5 that runs on 4K 60.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean,
story campaign. Yes, it's beautiful. But I don't know, man. I don't have enough time for me to like counter that. But yeah. I agree. It is a beautiful game. It is a beautiful game.
It's up there.
But I don't have enough.
It runs well, but they've been doing it for very long, so I'd expect nothing else but it to run well. You know what I mean?
Well, and that my food is in my mouth right now, so if you don't hear me chewing, I'm sorry. If you hear me chewing, sorry.
Damn, can't even sign off. Dan can't even sign off the podcast properly. Holy shit! All right, I got it. All right, I got it. Yo, guys, everybody in the chat, Tech, anybody new hanging out? Verandara, thanks for joining. Vendra, thank you, Kills. I appreciate you.
My Spanish came out.
Yeah, there you go. Turpin, obviously, Sergeant in here. Just everybody, man. Yobi, just Shinrock, Thimber, of course, the OG, everybody, man. Just everybody in here. Thank you guys for coming out. Episode 83, Sensei Sots podcast, man. Thank you for being patient with us too. Since we were off for a couple of weeks, we appreciate that always. And yeah, we're gonna try to be back regularly scheduled programming. Every Sunday 4 p.m.
Yes.
Live here on YouTube, and then on the audio apps as well too. Pretty much wherever you like to listen to audio podcasting, that's where we are. But that's it, man. That's all I got. What you got?
All right. Well, I'll try to get Tia and Abuelita next week on the show. They're gamers for life. One is from FaZe, the other one from Optic.
That's funny.
Optic
Yo,
no.
I got. Oh, by the way, too, Optic's in the finals right now. Major 4.
Yes.
Major 4 Optic LAD is about to go watch that right now. Let's go Optic.
Do that. All right. That's what we got for you guys. Thank you for showing up and showing out. Episode 83 is in the bag, in the book. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, happy fucking gaming, everybody.
Later.